And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 141. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you have a great rest of the week coming up very, very soon. And I hope your weekend is good as well. So tonight, the reason why we are essentially starting almost an hour and 45 minutes late is because, okay, so we normally do the show at like 8, but then Cyfax does his show with Hold My DualShock, the couple channel, and he was like, I messed up my time zones. So we got to start like around 9. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll start around 9. So I had my own soul searching to do tonight. So you know what? 9's not that bad. We'll go at 9. So we were initially going to start also a little bit earlier, and then Gray was like, my power's out. So I was like, okay. So essentially, I had to go and do something in my mind. So essentially, tonight, my mind was playing tricks on me. I essentially went back.
That thing was called numbers, and numbers are hard, guys.
Okay. Essentially, I had this gnawing feeling in my mind that something was going on that I needed to attend to, or the fact that I was maybe missing out on something. So I went back to a place that I hadn't been basically back to it for a very, very long time. And I went there and I was like, you know what? I fucking hate this place. So my mind was just playing tricks on me, you know? So yeah, so essentially that's how our night started. We're going to start at 8. Gray's power went out. Cyfax got his times messed up. Then we were like, you know what? Let's go to 9 o'clock. Then I set up a show and then I realized, wait a minute, this is not going to be a good show. That would be objectively trash. Then you had the restart where I called you guys not the N-word, and then I restarted again. And now we're actually at this moment. So it's kind of like in the Sonic the Hedgehog first movie, where he kind of recap to you guys like everything that happened before that specific event of the movie. So essentially, I'm Sonic, good looking, hot, sexy, and attractive, and I'm pretty rich. Quick. Yeah, you know, I can make girls finish quick. Yep. See, Gray, he helped me do it. Honestly,
yeah, like he introduces himself, hey, I'm MSK, and they're like, I'm immediately done with this conversation. Boom, over and done with. It's the fastest interaction you've ever seen with a woman.
Oh shit. I'm done with girls, as you guys know. I am just retired at this point.
On to men from now.
No, everyone always says that. I say I'm retired from women, and people are like, you're just going to go to dudes, you're fucking gay. It's like, I never said that either. That never happened. Those words have never came out of my mouth ever. I like women. I enjoy having sex with women. It's pretty easy to have sex with them if you just thrust a little bit, you know. What else ended up happening today? No, I got off work pretty
Tell
early.
Them about your meatscapades.
You're insane. I got off work early, came home, and before the show, when I thought it was going to be at 8 or 8:30, I went up to a supermarket to get some barbecue ribs because they usually sell these long, you know, rows of ribs for like $20. So I ended up getting 2 because I can basically eat all of this one day and then eat the other one later on in the week. Actually, gave this homeless lady like an 8-piece chicken box because she looked like she hadn't eaten in like a few days, honestly. And it wasn't like one of those homeless people where, you know, it looks like they're just kind of yanking your chain for a couple of dollars. She even asked for money. I was just like, what do you need to make your day better? She said money, and she said food, and then she said food. And I was like, okay, this person's starving. So I just gave her food. The genuine excitement of me giving her food actually just lit her eyes. And I was like, okay, this person's actually really going through some shit. So, you know, I was glad to open up my
MSK gave up some chicken. He might be in a dark place, guys. We need to give him a lot of boosting up here and like get his morale back up there.
Hell yeah.
Back on that, you know, finger looking good, just streaming. You know,
not only that, it sounds like he actually, you know, pleasured a woman. So MSK, I owe you a big apology, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know, she looked like she was.
He did it for under $5, which is, you know, almost impressive.
Yeah, she looked like she was like 22 years. 23, 25 years. She didn't look old at all. It wasn't one of those old, disgusting homeless hags. You know, she looked like she was just generally going through some shit. I was going to ask her more things, but I didn't care, honestly. I was like, you know what? Just here's your food. Goodbye. Have a good day. She was like, God bless you. And I was like, you know what? All right, cool. I was going to tell her I'm not religious. That would just ruin her day even worse. But you know what? It was a decent feeling. You know what? I usually have a pretty dark, cold heart. You know, I'm literally a dictator around here. I'm the ruler. I'm the master.
Hags. Like, how is your ex-girlfriend doing, man?
I don't talk to her at all. Holy crap, man. I think, who's else when I talk to her? Oh, we're supposed to hang out we hung out a few Fridays ago. So like literally on the third week, I think before Christmas. No, we didn't hang out during Christmas. No. Yeah, it was
So last year.
No, it was the second week of this month. So it was like, first week of January. We hung out, went over to her house. I said, we're going to do a video today. She was like, okay, cool. So we go to this McDonald's, right? I asked her, what do you want to eat? She said, I want a McChicken and a coffee. I was like, okay, do you want one or two? She's like, just one. Her sister ordered a coffee. Then they wanted me to buy them more food. And I was like, you didn't tell me to do. I was like, holy shit. It's just that my ex's brain is a desert and a tumbleweed rolling down that dirt. That's what her brain
I
is.
thought it was going to be a joke, and I was going to ask you, so how much chicken did you have to pay her with? But apparently, 2 McChickens.
No, just one. She went and bought her own McChicken after I was done. She was pouting like a little girl. She was like, I want a McChicken. And then she called me a McNigget. I was like, what the hell?
I was gonna just go based off your complexity that you would be well away from getting whipped in a relationship. But I mean, all right.
No, to be fair, I'm not whipped. She knows who Big Daddy is, but I was just, being helpful. That's all that happened.
So she knows
today.
James then? Because you said she knows Big Daddy.
God, man. So yeah, that was my day. Got off work early, went to the supermarket, got some big tasty meat to put in my mouth, helped a homeless person, came home, felt like
I believe.
Felt like I needed to go attend to something that was gnawing at me, only for it to not mean anything, and my mind was just playing tricks on me. No, and I realized to myself before I started the show, not again. I have a great life. My life's fine. I enjoy doing the podcast. We're almost going to be at 200 episodes, even though I had 600 episodes of the show before. Doesn't matter. We can always restart. We can always come back to that number. My goal this year for the show is just 300 episodes. So when we hit 300 episodes, I think I'll pile in the one-on-ones like I did before to give it that extra boost to get it to 500 very soon. But my ultimate goal is to get this show back to where the Iron Man podcast was at. And that show ended at 608 episodes. So the end of this year, 300. So I'm thinking like 500 by the end of 2026 is kind of where I want to be at. If I hit it earlier, that's awesome. But if I hit it around that time period, that's good enough because there's still so many guests to contact. And if people don't know this, you contact guests. Some people, they'll like their answer back. They'll be like, yeah, that's cool. I'll come on your show. Never answer back when you ask them like, hey, what days, what times are you free? You usually just lost at that part. I
mean, not everyone is cut out for the MSK show. It takes a certain type.
What's also crazy, dude? All those people I told you guys that I interviewed from Facebook to come on the show, guess how many are here after this point? Not a single one of them. One of the ladies told me, yes, I want to do your show. Gave me her number. She said, no, text me on my number because I don't answer Facebook Messenger all that much. I was like, okay. So she answered back on her number. Yeah. It wasn't a fake number or anything. And then I was like, hey, what day and time do you want to come on? Like, what do you want to do? Nothing back.
How much chicken did you offer her?
She's in Vegas, which is where Iron and Selena are at. Crazy enough. So none, actually. It's just so crazy. Like if I say, hey, I need a consistent person for any of these days and times, pick.
That's probably where you lose people because everyone's trying to be very fluid with their schedule. So it's like, hey, if I get invited on this, that, or the other, it's like most of the stuff that I'm even invited to, like I'm just like, yeah, I can jump on, and it's not. They're not like, hey, you want to come on every week? It's like, hey, you want to jump on for one?
Yeah. You do that for me because I'm Big Daddy and I gave you a fat contract.
Right.
Oh,
sure, boss man.
I thought.
You want to know the truth about that? You literally asked like the main days and nobody else is doing anything.
You know what? They don't call me a strategic genius for no reason, actually. So yeah, I mean,
you agree with you. Nobody calls you that for no
I'll
reason.
Be honest here. The times I've went through Facebook to get new people for the show have been essentially it's never been good. It's maybe worked out a few times. Yeah. Yeah, there's Facebook groups where you can like ask for people to join your podcast, whether you want like a consistent panelist or a one-on-one every once in a while. The one-on-ones, I can get those. Those are like easy, but getting a consistent panelist is like fucking hell. I've actually had more better time with it looking through YouTube channels, seeing who would be good on a show if I contact them, or just going through Twitter. Honestly, like tomorrow around
Most time I get hit up is through Twitter, and like there's been a few people who've been like, "Hey, you want to come on a show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whenever you got time." And they're like, "Cool, I'll get back to you." And it's like sometimes they do, most times they don't. And I'm like, "Well, whatever. I'll still say hi in the chat." And if they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah, I remember. I got to talk to you," I'm like, "Whatever." Like it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not as much as I would like my channel to grow. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel I'm producing enough content to make it to be like, yeah, we got to promote this guy. So I'm like, I get it. Like I'm not doing 3 videos a day, 7 days a week or some shit. So I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like I would have earned it anyways. So it's all good. Like
those
I
are
don't really
rookie
mind
numbers.
that. Well, if I was doing 3 a day, isn't that the max you can do?
No. So if you upload 3 videos a day, that's how many notifications YouTube will
Oh,
send
is
you.
that what that is? See,
Yeah.
that's how bad I am with this shit. I don't even know that.
Mhm.
And I still don't even do that. I do like 1 or 2 videos a week and then jump on streams.
You know, that's actually a healthy amount of videos for someone of your channel size. You're all you're trying to do is
About like
essentially is build
128.
consistency. You want to basically give people enough content a week. That way they know you're not gonna leave them. Because the big thing about small creators is that when they have an audience, people just kind of have this feeling in the back of their head. You're eventually not going to be there for whatever reason. Could be like family issues. Could be you just don't want to do it anymore. So that's why I know it takes time for small people to grow, because you have to kind of build up.
My main thing is like I just like to review shows and movies, and then don't get me wrong, I'll comment on, like, you know, when you have topics or people have topics. I'm still pretty aware of what's going on, but it's like I'd rather just review the stuff I've seen and everything. Like I prefer to do that, and because I'm not good at editing as much as I would like to edit better videos like that, I would like to get cooler and better videos out there, but by the time I would have all that done, whatever the hell I was talking about would probably be irrelevant with how not good I am at that stuff. So doing this at the pace I'm doing it, I feel I'm doing okay. So that's the best I can say about that. But
You're doing a lot better than some.
At least
I'm
you're
jealous
around.
of your release schedule.
At least you're around. Ray's not even around, man. It's crazy.
No, it's shitty, man. Like I'm on the internet like 3 or 4 times a week, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from my channel. That's changing this year.
He does more content for Kiddith than he does for us guys or himself. Crazy.
And I don't even know who that is. No.
It's a woman, because only a woman will be calling herself Kiddith. Not a dude. If a guy calls himself Kitty, he's gay. He's a flaming homo. Just pointing it out there.
What if he calls himself Big Daddy? What does that tell you?
That's kind of a dude thing?
Huh. Okay.
All right. So
I think that's part of a girl thing. Isn't there a song that's like, I like it when you call me Big Daddy, when he's talking to the woman, telling that the woman likes to say that to him?
Wasn't that Twister,
yeah, but
right?
He's saying that to the woman, saying that he likes it when the woman says that.
Huh. You think I have women that call me? You're just uncovering my comfort.
No.
Only gays call each other top G. Dudes. Not true. Not true. A lot of guys have called me the top G. They call me Riz Master. They call me fucking the Black King. You know, the King in Black. I got a lot of nicknames, actually. You know, flaming homo is really the buzzword for this month. You guys are flaming homos. That's you. You guys were projecting your gayness on me, and I'm like, you know what? My straight barrier around me rejects all of that.
King in Black. You probably never even read the Dark Tower series, man. You can't be claiming that shit.
No, I was referencing the Marvel comic event. I should probably read. No, Nate has that omnibus. So I can't get that one because that was not in order because he didn't know that. I had to get the other one, but it's fine. It's all good. Also, I do apologize, guys.
Noel one.
Sorry about Monday's show. I just completely ran it down. Don't worry. I'll be making a few adjustments to Monday's show. That way that'll never happen again. You know, I was just basically tired as hell from work. And then I woke up missing the show already 45 minutes. Brain basically just malfunctioned completely. That shit was not working. And then I was like, you know what? Kind of want to change some stuff up for Monday. You know what? Just change a few things and change the scenery. You know, a new change of scenery is always good for a person, you know? WZ says we need more women in shows. That's hard. You know, it's crazy. It's really hard to get women on shows, specifically because a lot of them can't handle the humor we have. And I think I don't really want women on shows, though, to be honest. They're just they ruin everything. You know,
you understand you're not interested in women, but you know, the audience they do enjoy the female perspective.
No, they don't. They want them here because they're weird, horny dudes. They don't care about. They don't even listen to what they say.
I can't imagine why women don't want to come on here hearing about you banging your imaginary wife all the time. I have no idea why that doesn't appeal to women. Like,
I'm just pointing out.
Blows my mind.
Girls just can't handle the humor that we do. And every time girls are here, we have to kind of always mince our words. We always have to kind of like, oh, we shouldn't say that because the girls. Like, I don't want to have those feelings anymore. No women, just dicks. That's it. Just
this
dudes.
Is you on your best behavior. Like when Tiny was here, it was just you. You know, you couldn't really mince your words. You were being soft. You were gloves on.
First of all, I would never be soft around her if we were having sex. That would be just bad. You know, that would be a bad experience.
No, nowadays we just call it like MSK's flaccid takes. You know.
You know, I like Tiny, I do, but she's kind of now the person you'd have on a show like every once in a while, like for like the one-on-one shows, like second, third, fourth appearances down the road. You know, because I think
you're stepping away from quality. Then
we kind of got. I kind of got all the content good that of Tiny that I could get, honestly. And after that one episode, I was like, you know what? Can't really deal with this kind of condition on the show anymore. Just don't want to deal with that shit anymore. You know, I don't hate her, but I'll have her on the show for one-on-ones every once in a while. You know, as far as a panelist, no, sorry, can't do it. It's what it is. You know, can't be mincing our words around here and be like, oh my god, this joke. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. When the show's over, I legitimately don't want to think about anything other than the fact that, hey, I'm going to go into this podcast and clip out the topics. That's all I give a flying fuck about. You know, supposed to be dudes here. Supposed to be noses to the grindstone. Supposed to be just doing that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 humor back in the day. It's like, yeah, fuck you. Your mom's ugly. No, fuck you. Your dad left you, sorry, worthless blackie. It's stuff like that, you know?
Glad you said grindstone when you said it's supposed to be noses too. I swear you were going in a different direction, but fair enough.
You know, I'm a cultured man, actually, you know?
I believe many cultures could be examined from you. You know, there's probably some new strains of something.
Yeah, like the culture of appropriation. You're not white, dude. You're just not. Like,
are you saying I'm not white? How dare you? I'm transracial. You can't tell me anything else.
I believe half of that.
I was about to say that.
Wait a minute. Let's get one thing straight here. I'm transracial.
We have a new saying here. We're gonna put some mustard on that one, and Gray nailed it. Like,
I am transracial, and you guys with your straight white male privilege can't tell me otherwise. Otherwise, you're a bigot and a fascist and a racist and a Nazi sympathizer and a MAGA supporter.
I'm actually just a condiment, but fair enough.
What was the issue with Monday's show? I swear MSK makes more of the issues than anybody else. Don't worry. I already have it figured out. I already told people what it's going to be. It's okay. Don't worry about any of that. All you need to know is that MSK focuses on quality and quantity at the same time. That's all you got to worry about, you know? So we have some topics.
Yeah, I'm fired. No, I'm kidding.
Guess we'll get another white guy. You know, it's okay. It's time. Everything runs its course. So Gray will be like my.
I would say we're a dime a dozen, but it sounds like we're about to be finally getting hired back into the workforce more prominently. So I don't know.
Expect another McChicken.
God, man, like I kind of want it. I originally wanted something like this, obviously for shows, or like something like Summoning Insight that Monte Cristo and Thorin had, where it's just you have this one guy who bounces off this one guy, and they know the topic so well they could just talk about them for like hours, even if things get updated weekly. We kind of have that with Savage Dad. I mean, like me and him kind of know about like a lot of the stuff anyway. But I kind of have the other format that I want with you guys most of the time. So, you know, I guess I kind of get the best of both worlds. Men, they treat me so good. I enjoy talking to a lot of men, and yeah, they satisfy me
Hear
pretty
ya.
well.
You prefer the company of men, and you are satisfied with it. That's awesome to know yourself, boss. I'm glad you have, finally come to that realization.
Now,
Uh,
what's funny, as much as we could shit on him about that point that he just attempted to make, the funnier fact about that is men can actually get along while shit talking each other consistently, and a lot of people cannot do that, and they can't take it over and over and over again like that. And a lot of men can just see it as the joke that it is, usually more than women. So in that, I will agree to an extent. I feel if you're going to put yourself on the online space, I've noticed that women that are in the online space are more adept at that. Like they can actually be like, you got to put yourself in the mindset, especially if you're going to put yourself on camera and stuff. Be ready to get like, I don't know, all the shit thrown at you, literally at all the times. Just be ready for that. If you're gonna do it, be expecting that, and then on top of that, own it. I feel men tend to do that more often than women do, and when women don't like that, they will remove themselves, and men are just like, let me embrace that and go for it. That's the only difference I've seen.
well, the thing is, women always will never tell you what a problem is until like way later on when they're already like mad at you about something else. It's just so annoying, man. That's why I always say men first, women second. There's a reason, God created us that way too. Adam was first, for a reason. Okay, before we go with the first topic, I'm almost done setting it up. Why didn't I just go through my book? Oh my god, my brain ain't working, guys. I literally could have just typed out the character's name to get to the bookmarks quicker, but
It's okay. This way we got to spend more quality time with you, MSK.
Why are you
And that's
lying
all that
to me?
matters.
Yeah,
You
you
lying to
clearly
me?
need it.
Whoa!
Nobody's
You're saying
lying
I'm
to you. We're all
saying I'm a-
here for you, MSK.
you saying I'm a homosexual?
I mean, it's heavily implied, but that wasn't what I was saying at this time. I'm just saying we're here
God,
for
man.
you,
Said this
sir.
before. Isn't that what top G stands for? Top gay? Like, come on.
No, why did you listen to the chat when he said that? That's
No.
literally not.
It makes sense though. Like he's on top, everyone's below him.
Oh God, you saved me. Thank God. Woo! Thanks for the save. Hopefully that wasn't considered a gay reference, actually.
No, nothing like that.
No, not at all.
You're on top of it, boss.
I hate all of you. You guys are patronizing me. Wait, does
No.
MSK think he's the Adam in the Adam and Eve story? Buddy, you're an Eve. No! Oh my God, you guys always
You
gaslight me
have
into
that story
dumb
right.
shit.
He was the Adam in the other Adam, yes.
I'm
But there was
just
no
pointing
Eve in that
out-
story.
Men have treated me so good. I love men so much. They always satisfy me so well. I know out of context that sounds really, really gay, but
Even in context.
we generally have more fun here when it's just dudes, just dicks, just sausage.
Yeah, we got it.
More
You
sausage.
prefer the company of
That's
men.
what we need. If I could ever find a girl that could really love our humor, believe me, I'd have her on. The only one that really likes it is Anna. But Anna lives in Europe. She's in like London or some shit. And obviously she's an 8-hour time difference between us. So essentially, to put it short, we're going to do a show tomorrow at 1:30 or 1 o'clock, right? So when it's 1 o'clock for us, it is 10 o'clock, like 9 o'clock for her. Just keep that in mind right there. Like Anna is essentially kind of like the only girl that likes the humor, but she herself she'll message me and she'll be like, oh my God, MSK, I know you're really hot and good looking, but why do you got to do it like that? Why you got to say things like that? And it's like, Anna, come on. You got to let a man be a man,
Well,
took a
as soon
bite of
as
the clout first.
you introduce her to a man on this show, maybe she'll let them be that way.
I always tell people it's always jokes. Don't let a stick get all the way up in your ass, because that would be not good, actually.
I'm curious what
I
WZ
usually say the
thinks
opposite.
curious what WZ thinks is not back and forth. We're clearly calling him out on all his bullshit literally all the goddamn time.
He does that. No, just don't do that.
Is it just
WZ,
because? Okay, I was like,
no, WZ,
Like,
he's the guy where like he'll say a problem. The problem is exactly presenting itself, and he'll just ignore said thing actually happening. He's just mentally deranged. He does that a lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
From his comments,
That was a
seems
sentence I
pretty
was
on top of
missing.
it.
For some reason, the women snapped back. There we go. That was the comment that was missing. My bad.
That's because
My
most
bad,
guys
WZ. WZ is here all the time. He seems like good people. I was like, what happened?
don't. Oh my god.
Best of people.
God, fan. Now, why are you guys agreeing with the chat? They're just clout chasing fucks, man.
Hey, how have you not learned
It's
this
true,
over
boss.
the years? Chat is always right. By the way,
It's true.
it's literally that's number one on anything I've watched or learned from before I jumped on this shit. Chat is always right. Especially when I was in chat, I was the most right, obviously. But
Oh yeah.
just because.
I can't stand you guys. You guys are insane. But no, all jokes aside, I try to always have fun on the show and always try to make sure everyone's happy. But I do always mean this. When the show's over, like, I don't care if someone took a joke the wrong way. And I know most guys aren't. No guys ever messaged me that because they don't care. Girls have. And I didn't want to say this. I was like, I don't care. You know, I don't want to sound like a complete utter asshole, but I kind of do. You know, because girls like that. Girls love it when you sound like an utter asshole to them. Like they want you to challenge them and get in their face and be like, no, fuck off, bitch. You're stupid. You fucking worthless thought. Some girls want that. Other girls kind of want me to pull their hair in bed and give them back shots and
Sure they do, boss. It'll happen one day. We believe in you.
Unload my fresh liquids from my long BBC inside of them, you know, or most not in them because that would not be good. You'd unload it in their face or their chest, right? So that's where it happens.
Sure. That will be where it will happen one day. Fingers crossed, sir.
Oh God! And keep in mind, WZ, no one's gone. I still have access to them when I need, you know. But I always kind of felt like I don't mind bigger panel shows, and I've had them every once in a while. We'll have them. They won't always be that consistent. We usually always have a bigger panel show on Saturday, but that's only like what 4 or 5 people max, maybe. I think that the shows usually come out better when there's like less people. So like this. So we have essentially this for Monday, this for Wednesday, Saturday. Maybe it's like 4 people. You know, I think moving forward, that's the strategy I want. 3, 4 people max. Well, obviously I'm included in that myself, so it's where we always get the most best of everyone, you know.
What I've noticed, even being on random shows that I've been on, and once they start getting above like about that 4 to 5 person mark, not everyone gets to speak, or people that had an opinion. Somebody has like maybe especially if they're more I've noticed this too, especially if they start bringing on people who are, let's just say, more active on the internet than other people are. Like myself, I'm not as active, but then they bring on a bunch of other people who are more active and they're like very engaged in this topic. It's like they'll just let them run for like 15, 20 minutes just talking. And I'm like, well, they just did a stream doing this same shit for the last 2 hours before they jumped on your stream, and they're still talking about the same fucking shit. Of course they have shit to regurgitate again. So I'm like, well, I'm just hearing the same shit again and again. And there's certain people that I've stopped listening to as consecutively as I used to. It'd be like, well, I'm going to watch this guy, I'm going to watch this person, I'm going to watch this person. And it's because I would jump to people's channels and they would have all the same people on all the time. And I'm like, I've already heard what you had to say about this. It's not that I don't like you, but I've already heard it on the other one. So what's going on here? And that happens. It's been happening a lot more, I've noticed. So I'm like, it almost feels like it lowers the amount of people I'm watching, because I'll just watch like one stream and I'm like, well, here's all the opinions, and then I don't got to watch 3 more hours of you again saying the same thing.
Yeah. So. I also feel like when it gets to be about 5 people, from what I've noticed, not all the time, but there will be time to time where like you're just struggling to find something to talk about, because you'll talk, someone else will talk with you, and then if other people can't join the conversation, it just leads to like them feeling they're isolated, you know? That's why when I bring people on, I want them to know about multiple things. That way that won't be an issue, you know? That's why if we know about all this stuff, it's easy to have conversation because we know about everything. And like, I don't need people to know about every intricate thing. So like, people know I can't talk about Star Trek because that's for fucking losers, or I can talk about D&D because that's for fucking losers too. So, but I don't need to talk about
it seems fitting though. You should give it a try. You never know.
But I know about plenty of other franchises and things. I know about cards. I know about a lot of stuff. Like if we're on here and we know about a lot of things, we can have the conversations. But then you have people that can't do that, and it's like, well, I don't really want to leave you isolated. Exactly. I know how that feels. That would feel fucking bad, you know? Who am I having a problem with? Before we go to the topic, I'll be honest here, guys. The only things I swear to holy God, I'm not even religious, but God doesn't exist in my opinion. The only things I've tweeted today are the show, saying I'm going to go to the gym later after the show, my Rippaverse order. I told Phoenix Press to fuck my wife. Then I told people to have a great day. And then I told Samuel, the infamous, to people to go subscribe to his channel. That's the only things I've tweeted today.
That's just the group chat, man. Like,
God,
just
man.
leaking DMs at this point.
That's all I said. That's all I said.
Were you beefing at some?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
What up?
No, I'm not talking to
As
that
you
low
say,
IQ.
you have Benedict come on her back, lied, and then Sony's Spooderman universe. What is that?
Oh God. So essentially, no, that
Benedict
dude,
Cumberbatch one I have not heard. The Sony Spider-Man stuff I'm pretty up to date with.
that lady is such a low IQ idiot that I couldn't even stomach the idea of listening to that person. Like, there's no way. When women have such low IQs, it's just not even worth talking to them most of the time.
Well, not for you. I mean, your IQ is, what did you say? It was 300? I mean,
about 300, give or take some days. It's 200 minimum.
You know, Sparta. Yeah, that's great, man. You know, you are way above her. Don't even give her
Sparta after it fell, but okay.
Thanks for being on my side, Gray. Glad. We get it. You love men. I'm not gay. I love men in a different way than I love women. Just pointing it out there.
Yeah, more passionately. We get it. But, you know, one day you will be comfortable with yourself. And that
yeah, you know,
there's an unnecessary amount of more baby oil every time with men. But yes.
That's just so fucking gay. Fudge in hell, man. So, yeah, I just
named it MS Diddy over there, but all right.
He's a bad boy for life. What can he say?
Look, if you're a woman and your IQ was lower than, I'll be even really generous here. If your IQ is lower than 10, you are not talking to me. For a woman,
I think it would be hard for them to talk to you. Yeah, I agree with you. They might be nonverbal at that point.
Like they're back in the day when I used to watch like Eric's stuff, when he was having the monetize your haters debates, he's at a certain point because he kept getting fat people. He said, you have to be this amount of weight to even bother debating with me. That was the funniest thing ever. You must weigh this.
The craziest part about like all the hater stream stuff that anyone has ever done is all these motherfuckers sound the same. They all kind of sound nasally, and they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, they do.
They have that. Yeah. They have the voice that matches the face that you see in those pictures that people make fun of. And I'm like, how do all of you sound exactly like that? Like, not one of you have, like, I don't know,
they're all
drank
white.
too much whiskey at one time just to be like, let me at least gravel my voice up something.
A lot of them are the stereotype. They sound nasally, or their voice just always sounds weird. They're a white liberal progressive. You ask them who they voted for, they're usually always talking about some left shit. And
the only sit-up they've ever done in their life is when they get out of bed. Yes, like,
or they're a white liberal progressive, or they're fat, or they sound nasally. It's like, why is that always the combination? It's like they were just born from the same like soy latte that they probably drank before they went on that fucking debate.
Well, it's like at a certain point, it's like I don't want to say it sounds staged because I know it's not. I know these guys don't go out of their way to find like. But it's the same people, and they'll actually call in, and they're like, "Well, so," and you're like, "Dude, you sound like that meme where it's like that. What is it? Geez, it's just like that. Like so, not even the so. What the fuck is it? That stupid meme where it's like that stupid, super fat white guy with the bad haircut, and he's like pushing the glasses up. What is he saying that? Like he has some stupid slang in it or whatever. It's a terrible meme, but they look like that all the time, and they sound exactly like it. It's either that fat, overly weight white guy who fucking can't breathe properly. It has to be every time he goes to talk, he's doing one of those, or they're nasally and they sound like their wrists are about to break just from trying to hold their fucking head up to talk right. It just, what is going on with these people? Like, you can't have your
Yeah,
little cup of coffee without just like going to
yeah,
the
because
ER or
yeah,
something. Like,
dude, there are people that legitimately think we're terminally online. No, those people are actually terminally online. Those
oh,
are those
sorry.
actual basement dwellers.
Actually, it's the people who's like,
Actually,
actually, it's like fat white guy
yeah.
who's like, actually, I can't remember why I couldn't
That was
remember that.
kind of cool how MSK, had to cut you off to say, actually, while you were, talking about those type of people, those
Yeah.
soy
It was
latte
the right, it
drinkers.
was the right word, but yeah.
I mean, hey, those people
I
always
just think it
lack
was great of him to
nuance.
demonstrate.
They always lack nuance when they talk. It's oh god, it's so just go to any Eric July
Unlike
monetize
you,
your hater.
boss, you
Hey,
were
I'm
known
a
as the top nuance king.
the top nuance. Thank you. Yes, see? A new meme was born. I'm not a meme. I'm an actual god of monks men. Go to like Eric July's monetize your haters, just the playlist he had. You can just see just the type of people that he would debate, and it just be, why is this person always the same? Or he would get those average like geeks and gamers and F&T hater people. There would be like one guy had his channel. Gray, you know who he was, right? It was the guy who was on Actual Fandom's channel. It was the Mexican dude. Remember? He was fat. His name was
Oh,
Eduardo or something.
yeah, Eduardo,
Yeah,
pop
pop
counterculture.
counterculture. Yeah, literally had a series on his channel. I'm pretty sure it's still there. Where we have Quartering, Gary, Jeremy, and Ryan in the thumbnail, all four of them, and the title was literally "They Hate Cinema." Even though the Quartering doesn't even do videos on that shit, and I don't care for the Quartering all that much. Not that Jeremy. I like the Geeks Gamers Jeremy. What the hell? Why would you ever have? Oh man, God, let me look up that fucking loser's channel. Let me see what the hell is
I'd
that
say
loser
like
doing?
quartering is somebody like I don't watch any of his stuff. I used to try to watch his stuff because I was curious
Yeah,
what the interest is, and I'm just like he does the same thing over and over. It's like he opens it up, or he opens up whatever he's about to talk about, then he shills whatever he's shilling at the time, which is fine. Hey man, make your money, dude, go for it. I can't knock that. And then it's like he just has the most mundane take talking about whatever he's talking about, but people still watch it. I'm like, hey man, good for you. None of the stuff he says is, it's like the most generic, it's like the most generic terms on the internet, but in a video form over and over on everything that he's talking about. It
yeah,
It
works. It
is, but
works.
he's
And
quick, man.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna, yeah, I can't knock it. Well, I mean, he has his process down at this point. He's been doing it for
he
years. So yeah.
does.
So
Yeah,
I
like I
can't knock
remember watching
that.
it. I don't know how many years ago, like if it was a decade, but he got started with like claw machines and shit. Like I remember watching that when I was a kid. But
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's the
man.
same thing with like, it's the same thing with like Asmongold. All these people that you're seeing like more consistently, probably in your shit or whatever. It's just like they're just sure they're just farming content, but it's like their takes are kind of always the same. It's always the same shit or whatever. And but
Yeah,
I can't knock the process. You're making way more money than the fuck I am by
for
sitting
sure.
at
And
home.
he's
So
hawking his coffee and bringing awareness to coffee. I mean, I'm down for any type of caffeine. But yeah, man, he's got his process down to where he is breaking news. Like the second a story comes out, it's like he's got a video on it.
yeah,
Which is just
exactly.
weird. It's awesome
But it's
for
crazy
him.
that that person got to a certain standing to where he probably literally just hires people to
he
research
does.
that shit and then
Yeah,
just boom, here's your article, and then he reads it off and it's like
like isn't
cool,
Critical
and then he
Drinker just
cuts the check
objectively?
and go on.
Critical Drinker is just objectively, I think, it's just a better channel of what he's trying to do. You know?
Yeah, and he's pretty, from what I understand, he's pretty much on his own. I wouldn't be surprised now if he just has an editor, but it's like I've always wondered how that works when you go with an editor. It's like, do you just let the
So
editor
it's just
run wild on your video, and you're like, hey, put this clip here, put this clip here. You're just like, hey, you put whatever you think will go good there. Like, how does that? I don't know how that works because I have
Ed is
ideas
the
like that.
F1
When I watch
hiatus, I'm
videos like
sure.
that, I would like to do stuff like that, but I don't have the technical skills to pull that shit off yet. But
What the hell is
whatever,
Organized Chaos doing anymore? Oh my
dude.
god. Because Ed
See,
said he has to go on a hiatus because his audio is messed up because his dog needs surgery. So he has to get the money for his dog surgery. He hasn't posted content in forever. Trump pardoned Pitt. Oh, okay. Okay, Bob. All right, man. Stop.
see, when I see channels like that though, guys like that who have like 20 something thousand, and there's a bunch of other people that I've seen who don't have anywhere close to that, and then I'll watch their stuff. I'm like, how did you get this? and not any of their stuff is relatively interesting at all. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of huge fucking creators out there. Like, I don't know, some of the bigger name people out there where I watch their stuff or I'll see clips of them and I'm like, I still don't get it. I don't know why you have 300,000 people watching you, some of those big people. And I'm not saying then, don't get me wrong, my shit shouldn't be watched by fucking 100,000 people, 10 or whatever. If I get 5 to 10 people, great. But I've seen a lot of other people out there that probably deserve a lot more views than what the hell they're getting compared to some of these other channels like that.
In that dude's case, though, he's getting what he deserves, which is not a shitload of views. So he got all his
they blew
subs
up in a
because
time. Yeah, they blew up in a time when that shit was popular to be whatever, and then it just fell off a fucking cliff.
Dude, 2016 like broke him. It's when he stopped doing like essentially movie content. He used to have like one video versus another, and it was kind of cool content.
Oh no, I have it right here. Yeah, this is the reason why Bob got the amount of subs he did. It's just these videos right here. He used to do this like Marvel versus DC content that was kind of somewhat well edited for that time period, and he got a lot of views because of it. Yeah, he's now and keep in mind, look at what he was doing then, which is like this is like low tier quality bait content in my opinion. This is just easy content to do. Like I can make that thumbnail right now in Photoshop compared to what he does now. Like, okay, so that's oldest. Look at what he does now. All he does is just hate on people like these guys. Some of these people he hates on is not like some of them aren't like it's like
they went the rage bait route or whatever, and it's like
yeah.
I don't know how well that works out for people hating on other people being more successful than you goes or whatever. Like that never appealed to me. Even when people talk about that, I'm like, I don't really care. Like unless it's, I don't know, like when the Rekieta stuff happened, all that stuff, because I was watching Rekieta a lot back in the day, and I was like, oh, I always thought he was kind of funny, and then all that shit dropped, and I was like, dude, you like I listened to a lot of your stuff, and then he's sitting there trying to defend himself, and I'm like, you became the literal thing that you were advocating against it. So like that was actually interesting to me. But
Walter said
now I'm past that.
I listened to Critical Drinker a few times because you guys always talk about him, and he has decent takes, but he once had this dumbass take about manga art being lower quality to comics. I mean, I don't.
Most of the manga art I've seen is usually always in black and white. Is that what he's talking about?
I don't remember that. I mean, maybe he said that. I mean, that's a subjective thing, though. I can't call that a bad
takes
take.
Are. I mean, everyone's take is somewhat subjective on like any given thing. I don't know. I disagree with him a lot, but on the stuff that he's like super passionate about, like he's got one that I can't remember what the series is called. They always get super less views, but he talks about like good movies, like movies that he really likes. And like Falling Down is one of them. Yeah, Drinker's Recommendations. Thanks. Yeah, those are pretty cool video essays. I really dig all those.
To be fair, yeah, he is also drunk when he does videos. So I think that's a gimmick. I think he's not actually drunk doing videos. He's actually sober doing that. I think it's just this is natural voice. But usually out of the people that I'll watch from that sphere, I usually watch. Well, I watch G&G, I watch Gary's stuff, I watch Ryan's stuff. Those would be like the three that I watch. I like Chrissy Mayer. I think she's entertaining, but I don't really watch her actual content. I just look at her because she's a lady. I'm being honest here,
Well, I mean, she does have a show called The Wet Spot. Yeah. I can see why MSK is not interested in The Wet Spot.
That's a great. Yeah, you're right, huh? That's a great name for a show. Comics Division. Once in a while, I'll check him at the show. I actually met Comics Division. We've physically like been this close to each other, so I know comics. We've talked. I don't watch the show too often because he's usually doing a show when I'm doing a show. OMB reviews. I don't really watch his stuff at all. He doesn't really do content that much anyway. He used to do the box office videos. He doesn't do that anymore. Quarterback Garrett. I've met Quarterback Garrett twice. I don't watch his stuff. I just don't have. Keep in mind, Quarterback Train. It's not because I don't watch them because I don't like someone. There's not enough time to watch everyone's shit most of the time. Too.
Yeah. It's like I don't watch much of Chrissy stuff anymore, but I've seen her stand up 3 times out here in California, and one of the times, like Anna, that Star Wars girl, and Nina Infinity was there. So I've got to meet them, and like I've met Anna a bunch of times. But what I like going to those shows because then you'll meet a lot of people from the chats and stuff that are out in this area, and California is ragged on all the time, rightfully so. And so I don't blame them at all. But the people that are fans of those people will go there, so I get to meet a lot of people, and so it's good networking.
Did you meet a Project Egg Roll?
I've met him a few times.
Yeah, he's
I met him at LA Comic Con.
Yeah, I met him at the meetup last year. He's very Asian. I literally asked him, we did a one-on-one on the show.
I got pictures with him, Steph, everybody, like all G&G, like a bunch of those people, man. I got pictures of all sorts of people.
I have to do a one-on-one with him because when I did it, I think it was when my Iron Man podcast was still exclusive to Rumble for a little bit. I was like, were your parents kind of disappointed when you didn't go that doctor route? He was like, yeah. It's like, holy shit. He actually has like the classic Asian parents where they're like, you doctor? No, I disappointed in you. It's like, damn, the stereotypes just write themselves, My issue,
not in your case. You're far more charitable than anyone anticipated, giving chicken to the needy. That's awesome.
Yes, man. And given the fact that I'm a black man giving away chicken, stereotypes.
Yeah, your number one food source to somebody else. Jesus,
man, might as well call me the black god.
No, I was talking about the bones in the chicken. You just like to suck on the bone, but okay,
that's just really gay. All right. My issue was the examples he used to make his argument. I'm not telling you what to believe, but when you make a statement like that, you should exhibit knowledge past casual to make a larger statement. Well, the thing is, art's gonna always be that way. I don't know. Manga art is weird compared to like comic art.
I was gonna say I don't actually think that's true. I should be able to make a statement about anything I would damn well please. For one, it's just my opinion. The other thing is I might not be as knowledgeable as somebody else in it. And if you want to watch somebody else that's more knowledgeable in that, by all means, go watch that person. But if you want to see, like for me, I'm a pretty casual viewer in a lot of things. And I straight up tell people that for the most part. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'm a great movie critic. I'm a great this or whatever.
I am.
I'm a pretty average person, blue collar as fuck. And I just jumped into this. So if you watch any of my stuff, like you're going to get a pretty, I don't know, average, if not above average view on it, just because I'm around a lot of this stuff and around people who do this stuff. And I feel relatively knowledgeable in it, but I should still be able to comment on whatever the hell I want. I'm not an artist in the form of art. I'm an artist in the form of music, but I'll still comment on fucking art if I think it looks like shit, Like,
most people aren't though. That's the thing is I couldn't tell you the technicalities of what makes a good comic book based off art because I'm not an artist. I'll just tell you why I think it looks good if I think it looks good. That's the thing is art's very hard to do that for because art is like beauty. It's going to be whoever it's looking at it gets to decide what
only there was a statement like it's in the eye of the beholder or something like that, that you could go to. But
I mean, that's true. But I feel there's also things that should be objectively true, which is like, say, if you were into anime and you watch something like Solo Leveling, like the new season of Solo Leveling that's out, that art is objectively better than the new Spider-Man art that's out right now in that TV show. That shouldn't even be a fucking question, right?
I guess it depends on like which one. So yes, I would
a bunch of fucking
argue that almost any one of those
first people who actually, I don't know.
I get you. Supposedly it's the same engine that like X-Men 97 is like rendered in, or
you could have fooled me with that one.
Man, it does not look like that to me.
That looks like I took a class in fucking high school, and it was one of the first times they introduced it. It was for Flash, like to learn how to animate in Flash. And it looks like that, but somebody who is really good at, I'll give you that. Like if you were like, hey, I'm really good at Flash. Okay, cool. That was from like 20 fucking years ago. But it was like top-notch Flash from then versus what you can do now in $1 billion company. No, me either. But I'm just saying.
You're totally right. I just want to say, like, if you're not an expert, then you do risk sounding like MSK. The top G, the Riz Master. But
that's why I never go out of my way to fucking ever proclaim that at all. I'm just literally giving opinions.
WZ said
you actually comment on my stuff, and I appreciate it. But it's like, obviously, I'm not sitting there giving like super in-depth, crazy whatever details the shit. It's just that I'm like, I'm just commenting what I've seen. That's it.
WZ says
People
so.
like to watch my takes. Great, thank you.
WZ said, so is manga art inferior to comics? Really just depends on who you
Hell
ask.
no. But the answer is objectively no.
Uh,
Manga is amazing, man.
I think when it comes to art and music, it's all just going to be subjective. Like if we're talking about what I view as objective is like this. Okay, so we are objectively having a podcast episode together, right? That's true. That is objectively happening right now.
Unless, do we know that we're not all brains in a vat and this is all part of MSK's delusion?
Okay.
Can you prove it wrong?
That's subjective. You see, we are objectively having a conversation. See how that goes? I think that vanilla ice cream is the best ice cream. Okay, that's subjective.
We got you.
Right
For you, white is right. No,
I'll
it makes sense.
Yes.
You know, to each their
Respond to
own.
Walter if you want, man. So Walter
MSK,
said,
show my other
No,
comments.
first-
Well, no, you're black. Why would I show a black man's comments? You guys don't get privileges. Okay. Before I do that, after these comments, we gotta go to the topics because I gotta get these done.
Sure. I'll be quick with it.
It's fine.
No.
Oh
that's
no,
not
that's
the
the wrong one. Good lord. Or
You
we'll
can't have
start-
the opinion.
well, no, we'll start with this one then. He says
How
that's like me not being a comic book guy and only reading Dogman and Captain Underpants, and I say that comic book art is shit. Well, to be fair, if those are the only books of comics you ever read and those are your only reference points, well, yeah, that would probably be your opinion, you know? But a lot
I can
of people,
actually even respond to that one. The only manga that my current comic book store around me sells, it's all black and white. Like the ones that they have out there. If there's colored ones, fine. Or like new ones that have color penciling and all that, great. The only ones I've ever seen are black and white, which is great. They look fine. But if I were to compare that to what comics are doing, like say Spawn comics or something, I would say that doesn't look as detailed and as good as what the stuff that I'm seeing. But that's only because that's what I've seen. I bet there's probably some badass manga out there that's hyper stylized and crazy. Me
There is.
personally, that's the only shit that
Tentacles galore.
I've actually seen though. So technically my opinion on that would only be based on what I've seen, and that what I've seen is only black and white versus hyper stylized, or like, you know, the comics that we get out here in the West. So maybe I would not be a good judge of that. True. Now your other statement said, I didn't say you can't have an opinion on that. Of course you can, but how valuable should your opinion be valued? He's an individual that's held in high regard for his critiques and he's not knowledgeable. Okay, you're only high, or like nobody needs to hold him in high regard to that, other than if you're watching that and you assume that his opinion is highly regarded in the thing that he's talking about. You're only assuming that because he has a bunch of followers. People are going to click on his videos because he has a bunch of followers. I can put out, say you got 1 million views and all of a sudden, or you have 1 million subscribers and you're talking about something you don't know about. Sure, it's going to seem almost invalid to people who technically do have a bigger valid opinion about it. You don't have to click on that and or take in his opinion on that. That's literally on you at that point. And you could just be like, this video is not good. Maybe he doesn't have a video that appeals to you. You could like, you can sit there and argue he shouldn't put that video out. Maybe he wanted to actually express his opinions on something and maybe get some knowledge back on it. I don't know his whole platform, but to sit there and say that he can't, or just sit there and disregard everything else he said or not watch anything else he said, I mean, that's also on you. But to not do that based on one opinion about something maybe he's not as knowledgeable in, did he sit there and say, hey, based on my expert opinion as this, or because I'm so great in anime? He probably didn't say anything around those lines. He's like, this isn't as good as stuff as I've seen, more than likely. And then went on from there. I wouldn't sit there and proclaim to be like that. But
well, the value is also determined on people would say followers. Well, if you're going to use that as an argument, well, the reason why someone would have a lot of followers like that is because people agree with their opinions, or they agree enough to a point they want to hear their opinion on something. Really, what it boils down to when it comes to that stuff is that, okay, why
are you going to trust
again?
Look, are you going to trust a guy who reviews movies, like regular Hollywood movies and stuff, on his anime opinion? That's on you at that point, man.
I would say
you got way better anime opinion people out there that you follow. Go watch them. Don't watch that video then.
I would say this is how I've always kind of looked at it. Generally, when it comes to a topic, there's people out there when a topic comes out, they want to hear that person's opinion on it because they value that person's opinion because they like their opinion. It's just really as simple as it is. Like, basically, if I was popular enough, like in, let's say, League of Legends, and I wanted to manifest this opinion that Chovy is better than Faker, if I was followed enough and I had a lot of followers and a lot of subscribers, I could manifest that because I have enough like influence based off how many people that watch me and listen to me.
Sure, you could, boss. You could manifest anything. We believe
like,
in you.
Why is it when like Stephen A. Smith gives an opinion on something versus when a random fucker does it on Twitter, no one cares? Well, it's because they value Stephen A. Smith's opinion. That's just really all it boils down to. You have to build up value for your opinion. He's built up an audience to the point where people just value his opinion, even if it's not the most knowledgeable on it. Also, no one should be taking, like, even me. Like, if I, for like a comic book series, if I tell someone I was never a fan of this for a long time, and someone holds my opinion to some degree, it's like, well, that's your problem. Keep in mind, you allow yourself to feel whatever you want to feel. So if you feel a certain way about someone's opinion, that's a you thing.
That was very humble of you, sir.
A blanket statement should be made when you have enough knowledge, experience with whatever that is. Look, everybody wants to talk about everything, and nobody's going to be super knowledgeable in everything. That's just an impossible standard to uphold.
Even
that's
super knowledgeable
that's a ridiculous standard to hold anybody to. If I don't have the biggest opinions in something like a pillow, I should be able to give you an opinion on a pillow I bought because that thing actually helped my neck out. I should be able to give you my review on that pillow.
I'm just saying, actually used the pillow,
random,
and you're trying to do a review on it.
Random,
be necessarily uninformed.
Something random and something random or whatever. Just pick something random that you're not sitting there like, I focus all my time and energy on this thing, but this specific one was better than every other one that I've ever fucking used. There you go. Now you
got you. That would be somewhat informed, though. That would be like, you have used this, it's the best thing. Where I don't know,
and informed on what you've used and seen.
Yeah. So my problem with Drinker is he did a video like 6 months ago on The Boys season 4. His thing was, this is the worst show ever. It's gone off the cliff. I haven't watched it, but this season really went off the cliff. I think when you were making statements like that, it is necessarily uninformed, and you should be able to kind of dismiss it with the same amount that they dismissed the given show. I ended up watching the show. I didn't think that a lot of his criticism actually made sense, but man, I've seen the stuff that he actually is informed on, like where he is talking about like Drinkers recommendations or whatever that is. Those are awesome. Like, he really does seem to have a knowledge of it. Like his thing kind of is a story. He is.
I can agree with that. There's plenty of times where like I can see it in general. People will talk about whatever the hot topic issue is in general. Look, that's just the way the algorithms and stuff work. It also keeps your channel hot and going or whatever. So maybe it was during a time when whatever that topic was, maybe wasn't his like, top of the chain or whatever. And it's like, well, I still want to put out a video. It's like, I'll put out videos on like trailers and stuff, and I'll react to them just because I know like, I'll get some views, it'll get my channel going. And I'm just trying to see what works on my end. Obviously I don't have a freaking million or 2 billion or 2 million, whatever.
Nah, man.
That'd be great. But it's like, you still also got to go with the flow of the stuff. And the more you do that, the more you'll get in tune with all that stuff too, if that's what you're going for. But there's people that just build off one freaking thing, and it's like, well, shit, now I gotta branch out because I'm getting bored. I'm doing this, whatever. Maybe they got a bad take, man. They could just have a bad take. It's all good.
Branch out. And
I agree with Toasty. Boo.
No. Oh no, the thing I was going to add to your point, which is you either talk about the most popular thing or you talk about what that popular person's take is on said thing. Because I think that's another subsection is there too, is let's say a popular personality gives their opinion on a topic or movie, a show or anime or whatever. People will spend a lot of their time talking about that person's opinion, when in reality, you should kind of do what we said, give your opinion about, and so not to give your opinion. If you think their opinion is wrong, lay out reasons why their opinion is wrong. A lot of people just say, well, I think your opinion is wrong, so your opinion is wrong. It's like, well, that doesn't prove anything. I'll use, this is not a true example, but I will just say this. People like are having that big Jew problem right now on Twitter. Do you know when people say the actual problems they have with Jewish
Be
people?
right back. Not because of the Jew thing, but because I'll be right back.
Oh God.
Good choice.
Oh God.
Sure, boss. We know exactly what you're talking about. You're making a great point.
No,
Continue?
it's like generally when the Jew thing gets brought up on Twitter, where someone will just call someone crazy or a conspiracy theorist, or they call them a Jew hater, but they don't actually attack the argument at hand. They're just kind of saying shit. You know what I mean? Like, you could disagree without doing those things, but if you're doing the stuff like we're doing, it's generally better if you say the reasons why you disagree. It allows your opinion to hold more weight. A lot of people will sit there and kind of like, I don't know, go back and forth on one person's opinion rather than just forming their own opinion. And not just forming your own opinion, make your opinion known. There's a reason why, unless someone's opinion is really that bad on something, I'll just make a tweet about it. But yes, for me, I gotta make my opinion known about certain things, But then again, it all boils down to influence as well. Hi, Toasty, how you doing? When I see people say, hey, this is the best pillow ever, I generally disregard that opinion because I know it's a limited view. But I'm not saying people should not review MSK's pillows. Okay, that's just gay.
Just saying, he is a pillow connoisseur. He's married quite a few. He does not have an uninformed opinion on this. He is the top G with pillow ratings here.
Yeah. Like with comic books, you guys would probably maybe take my opinion on comic books a lot more seriously than you would take other people's. It just, you guys
definitely omnibuses.
I love
seem to have a
omnibuses.
lot of those.
I do. But if someone is a cat, because you also have to kind of measure how strong someone is in a franchise or a hobby as well. If I say I'm a casual to it, like Sci-Fax is, I'm just giving a casual opinion. I'm not going out of my way to say that I'm a hardcore fan of this, So that's why when I do talk about more things that I kind of know about, I give a general view of what I'm thinking about it. If I've been kind of following that situation. But yeah, when Sci-Fax gets back, we're going to do the topics. It won't be that long.
The opinions, they may be casual, but MSK is not. He's a regular.
Give the analysis. But the last topic we have tonight, that's going to be the more longer one, but it won't be that long. I'm going to try and keep it whatever time we can, because it was Gray's fault. We're late. He was 52 minutes late, you bastard.
Hey, I messaged you. You were at the thing, losing your thing. You were not home. But fair enough.
I was
things crash and other things, and I lose power. It sucks.
I was doing some soul searching, and I looked into my brain, and then I realized my IQ is so unbelievably higher than all of your guys's that you guys can never comprehend how much my brain expanded in knowledge at this point.
It is hard to comprehend the brain swelling that you've had, sir. You are correct.
I mean, it's like I'm going to get a tumor or something.
It's not a tumor.
God. Did you hear about the whole the Blake Lively situation with Justin Baldoni?
I have. Yeah, this lawsuit, it doesn't seem to be going our way anymore. Obviously, we don't know anything until it actually goes to completion or settlement. But and it's going to take place in New York, so there won't be cameras in there either as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, good times.
You also got to realize when I say that I'm a casual, it's probably like 10 steps above like what a regular casual is. Like, yes, I've read a decent amount of comics. I probably read more books than MSK has ever seen. But not comic books, but just books, like actual ones with like novels and like, they have like 1,300 pages. I mean, I got books bigger than the Bible over here that I've read multiple times. He's probably never even seen one. He probably uses them as a stepladder. But I mean,
I just want to say, contrary to popular opinion, MSK can read.
That's crazy. Reading novels is gay. That's just my opinion.
He just chooses not to, but he can do it.
Comic books are for chads like me. Look at me. I'm the epitome of what a man should be. Buff, hot, rich, and good looking. Oh God. Oh, if you guys see me.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, my arms are coming out.
Did you say pity you? Because most of us already do.
So if you guys see me doing this with my arms, they can't extend out because yesterday I went back to the gym. I've been to the gym in like, let's say, couple
Jesus
years.
Christ, dude, how small are your
Oh.
arms?
God, man.
You hurt
Like,
yourself opening the door to the gym?
no. I worked out for a good hour. I usually try to go about 45 minutes to an hour. I did about 5 workouts. I did biceps and triceps, and my arms are on fire. I felt like I tapped into a whole new level of power. I haven't been I went to the gym maybe like once in the span of like 2021, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I went to the gym
Dude,
4
how is
times in
my
the last
just the
4
bench
years.
bar that I own is bigger than your biceps? What is happening?
I can actually curl the bench bar. I actually enjoy
Oh,
curling that more
wow.
than straight weights. Yeah, see?
You
I
got
can
like
do it.
17 and a half pounds on each side there. Big guy.
Okay, damn. I thought that was an accomplishment, but he made it sound like I was a fucking loser.
It's impressive,
all
man.
good. God, man.
Yeah, it's
No.
impressive for a woman your size.
He said my shoulders were as small as Tiny's, and I was like, you know what? Okay, now it's time to go back to the gym. I used to be really buff and big and good looking, but now I'm a shell of my former self, honestly.
Dude,
Nah, don't say that. You're the top G. You're the Riz Master. You got this.
So I'm now going to the gym 3 days a week, maybe 4 if I can fit it in.
The size of my tattoo from one side to the other of my arm is almost 2.5 size the size of your arm, guaranteed.
Yeah, you can use
I got
his belt
stabbed
as a
for all
tourniquet.
that.
God, man. I hate all of you guys. I hate it. The reason MSK hates women is because they always leave the weights on the machine after they use it, and he has to take them off.
Well, I mean, he has to get help taking him off, but he
No,
gets it done.
That's his
the
best
thing
workout he
cares
gets
about.
the whole time is removing other people's weights to use the actual machine.
Good
Well,
Lord,
I mean,
man.
he has to ask the manager for help, or somebody.
By that
to
I mean
assist
it's
him and get
moving
the
that
other
little
side.
pin from the bottom of the weight sack or the weight stack to the top of the weight stack.
dude, long time ago.
That's the reps that he's getting in right there. He's like, oh, let me go from 250 to 10.
One time I moved that pin, and then have you ever had the rail hit you on the head? I had the rail hit me on the head one time.
No, because I know how to use the gym equipment. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, crazy. Long time ago, I was doing that. The one where you pull your arms out with the ropes. I pulled the pin out to put the bar there, and the bar came down. I was like,
Tricep extensions.
Yeah.
You're the one with the rope.
I think you guys are fucking with me right now. You guys are actually fucking with me. You guys need to go to hell. It's all good. It's okay. MSK EFAP so much, you think his arms will be bigger. First of all, my arms, I don't know. My body doesn't really like get bigger. It does, but it's very, very slow. I can work out like maybe 5 days a week like I used to. My body's only going to hurt us. My bodies will only, I can't speak. My body will only hit a certain limit. It's just what it is, you know?
So there is, a genetic component for sure, but I'm not sure that Little Caesars is the best for bulking. I mean, it is the best for building muscle. You might be able to bulk with it, but I don't know, man. You got to get some protein in there, MSK. Other than just man. Those.
MSK seems like the kind of guy that gets a lot of protein on tap, but
I'll be honest with you, man. I've tried everything to. I think just maybe if I don't know. I don't know how much I weigh. If I hit like a good 180,
guessing like 85,
maybe like 190 is good. My shoulders and arms aren't going to get that much bigger compared to where they're at now. I'm just going to look a lot more buffer. So that's kind of how my body's going to function at this point, But it's fine. It's fine. At least you won't get fat when you're older. Yeah. Just don't be fat when you're older. That's death, actually.
Dude, how close are you to 185? Like, I will send you a picture of what I looked at 185, and you will weep.
I think he's a little closer to just 85, but we'll see.
Yeah.
How many grams of protein are you eating a day, MSK?
Well, I had all this meat in my mouth about.
I believe you, and you like to swallow, but
considering he looks like the guy that likes to circulate, but never mind. I'm not going to get into that.
I hate you guys. You guys have ruined me tonight. Okay. Time to talk about something that's actually going fast and going to be inside my butthole very soon.
Tails?
Lunchly? They had that at the supermarket. I actually saw them. I was thinking about buying it and trying it out for a video, but I was like, you know what? That would make me feel like such a fucking loser if I did that. Good Lord.
Nah, surely if you don't feel that way already. That couldn't make you feel like a loser. Come on, you're top G. Come on, boss.
I think you're patronizing me, aren't you?
No,
No.
come on. I'm on your side.
We're not doing that at all. We didn't
All
put
right.
any mustard on that at all. I'm gonna make that a thing. It's gonna be a Wednesday thing.
You guys are flaming homosexuals. Just pointing it out there, and you're very, very gay. All right, let's have some fun here. That was peak MSK, which ain't saying much, but still. No, I still have those tank tops. The problem here is, I don't want to wear tank tops right now when it's freezing outside. It's like 30 degrees out here. Wear a tank top, you'll die.
I think I figured it out. MSK's out here like trying to raise the bar, and motherfucker can't even lift it. So
I can lift the bar. My arms.
Only 45 pounds. Come on.
I curled that thing like 20 reps straight. Okay, it was 15. Okay, it was 10.
Okay, but how many sets of your did you do?
I did 4. And then everything else I did 3.
4 sets of what?
Right.
4 sets of 10.
Giving up before you tried? Like
no. God.
Hey, speaking of chicken, though, do not, make sure to get the legs too. Just saying.
You gave away like 20 pounds of protein you totally needed.
It's gonna be hard for me to do back because I threw my back out like a few months ago before
so many shots
ended. I was rolling on the floor. It was so bad. I pulled a muscle. I was in pain, man. So I can't do back for a while. I'm not going to do that. Also be doing tonight when I go, I'll probably do shoulders or I'll just do chest or something. And then I'll probably do biceps. Yeah, I'll probably do chest on Friday or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's no hot ladies in the gym. It's got just dudes, just dicks. That's it.
So it's your kind of place.
Tyrone blew his back out.
Sounds like it'll really motivate you.
Gray and Cyfax are becoming a goated duo. You guys are fanboys. You guys are losers, man. Why did I cultivate such a losers of audience, man? Fucking hell, dude. Don't worry. My arms are not sore. I've just tapped into a whole new level of power. I have to.
Yeah, we know you need muscle to get sore for. Like
I've tapped into so much new energy. I'm just controlling it my own way. Don't worry. It's okay. Oh God, it's fine. It's okay. It's all good, man.
Did you just throw your back out, rolling up your sleeve?
I think he strained the 2 tendons in his arm because that's the only thing holding it up.
Dude, earlier today, my back really was starting to hurt. I was like, no, if I bend over and do this again, it's gonna throw out. So I made sure.
So wait, your back got blown out after you bent over?
No, that's gay.
That's what I heard, boss.
I expect Sci-Fi and Gray to be replaced soon. Yeah, got to get new white people after this.
Don't give me hope, man. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me. Oh God, it's okay. Just laugh through the pain. I'm controlling my power right now within me and my knowledge. I can't wait until Saturday's show when MSK apologizes for tonight's show and announce more changes. Okay, now you guys are just actually fucking with me.
That's right. I'll invite Gray onto my stream instead.
Good. I didn't
counter stream you, man.
I didn't give you permission to have Gray on your show.
I'll get 3 to 7 people this time. Damn it.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, those McChickens haven't been arriving regularly, so I'm keeping my options open, MSK.
God, man.
I told you, man, that take a penny, leave a penny. That penny's always gone, dude. It's not right.
One strawberry?
The take a penny, leave a penny. The penny is always gone.
He's unfamiliar with the concept of the take a penny, leave a penny. Apparently, he just heard.
As he always takes, he never leaves.
I usually put the pennies in anally, but that's just kind of where they should go, right?
Now the taste of copper is just getting chloroformed all the time, so people get you to shut up.
Oh God, man. God, man. No, the strawberry thing is that was a Family Guy thing that Peter said. Oh, good Lord, man. Where did Theo go? I have no clue, honestly. One night I said show at this time, and he said I can't join. I'm going through a dilemma. That was the last thing he had talked to me about. I'm not kidding. So after that, we just haven't talked since. I assumed he just didn't want to come on the show anymore, which is fine. I can't control who wants to be on the show. If you want to be on, you'll be on. He can always, message me if he wants to be on, but he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to be on the show. Simple as that. Keep in mind this before we get to this, because I really got to get this done. If someone wants to be here, they will. And if they're not here, they don't want to be. Simple as that. If someone doesn't want to be on the show, it's because they don't want to be on the show. It's really simple as that. What else would it be? Like, keep in mind, there's a reason why I don't typically will message people about the show. Sometimes I want you to talk to me about it. Be like, hey, I'm coming on this week. Good.
So you're playing games with them? You're playing hard to get with the show.
I wish. No. I'll be honest, that never happened.
It's 4D chess.
All usually, not usually, 99.9% of the time, I usually message people like, hey, this is the time of the show. Here's the link. These are the topics if we're covering topics. But, if some people just don't want to come back anymore, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care.
You're saying I don't. With that 0.1%, it's a ruse and you're playing a game and you just want to see if they're interested.
I usually don't care about a lot of things. It would be very hard for me to get me care about anything. Literally, I care about paying bills and working and doing the show and going to the gym. Now,
I simply just try to jump on anybody's show that has me on, man. If they want to invite me on, great. If it matches up with other people's schedules, great. Like with my dual show, I was like, hey, can you do Wednesdays? I was like, yeah, I should be able to do that. And I just misread it by an hour. And I was like, fuck, all right, whatever. And then I talked to them and they're like, we'll do it an hour early. I'm like, cool, that works out even better. So cool. That all worked out.
Oh, God.
I just think it's hilarious that MSK has been to the gym like 4 times in the last decade, and now he's adopted gym culture.
No,
the only things I care about in this world.
No, I went to the gym 4 times in the last
doing this show
4 years.
And the gym.
I used to go to the gym about 7 days a week back from 2013 all the way to 2020 before COVID hit. Once COVID hit and it shut down, I just lost my motivation.
You ever seen somebody take so much protein right down their throat but not gain any muscle? Jesus Christ. That sounds like a woman to me, but
I think you're in a different conversation.
It's actually right up your alley.
Yeah, it sounds like he's talking about your alley, sir.
Don't worry. I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine. I will gain all of my strength back and become a god amongst men.
Dude, you simply need to
you'll be able to put weight on that bar.
Bench, squat, and then deadlift your
knees hurt
and
so
you'll be
bad.
fine.
Dude, my knees are bad. Squatting would be. I usually do the leg press. If I do squats, I'll just do the leg press thing.
Not the same. But fair enough.
Yeah, my knees are so bad, man. If I squat down that hard, oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah, it brings him back to his, youth 3 months ago. Like
that is true.
Plus, he doesn't want to lose his pennies.
That is true. He did say he was only here for Tiny. I mean, if you only wanted to come on to talk to Tiny, that's fine. Well, now we don't have Tiny here, so.
It is the dilemma that we are all facing.
That's crazy. I didn't misread any situation though. No, that's a joke. I never do that. I usually tell people a time in advance. That way, if they can't be on at that time or they can't come on that day, then I know for sure. Then I can fill their spot. But that's why I usually have to go out of my way to say, hey, this is the time of the show, because. Like one time it happened with Bob, where Bob actually messaged me. He was like, hey, I can't come on Monday show because I had a family issue. I go, okay, then I know he's not going to be there. Oh yeah, great. Didn't you say you want to start coming on Mondays, sir?
Okay, if I have to. But you owe me another McChicken per show.
A McDickin in your ass?
No. I think you misheard me, boss. I was talking about the usual payment. You can give me the 3 nuggies, whatever, dealer's choice.
Yeah.
Dude, they come in 4-packs. He's still jipping you a nugget? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He tells me that's his cut.
Dude, the worst part is you pay for your own mustard. You are mustard. Like,
God, man. True. Mustard is the most overrated, shittiest condiment next to mayonnaise.
You got to try spicy
mustard.
mustard.
That back, sir.
All mustard is bad, man. Hot honey mustard is shit. Hot mustard is shit. Regular mustard tastes like shit. All of it's bad.
I'll give you regular
Dijon, though.
mustard, not that great. Dijon, spicy, like anything that's actually mixed with it,
Oh,
pretty good.
You want Dijon?
Pretty
That one I'll give you is good, but not in
All
a
right,
huge
you want to
dose.
get into your couple topics? It's already 11 over here,
You mean
brother.
you mean capel or couple?
How about Benedict coming?
You know what's great? You know, fuck it. We're already too late. It's okay. We'll just fucking hell. We'll just do a butt fucking later on tonight. You know, we'll just all get on top of each other and we'll all just make love. No. This is what I'll do. What I will do is I'll just have some of these topics for I'll spread it between Friday and Saturday. That's what I'll do.
You're the best at spreading it, sir.
So on Twitter, if the show appears to have these topics, we didn't talk about jack shit here. We just talked about bullshit, which is usually 9 times out of 10 on the show. But it's fine.
We had
a great show.
About your favorite franchise? Really?
I wish. I fucking wish, man. Anytime to shit on Sony, hell yeah. Always sign me up. So I'll have to change the show's name. Give me one moment here. Let me add in some of these maybe I'll talk about some of these things with Anna tomorrow. No, I'll save them for Lapsed Comic Fan. Okay, so I'm gonna retitle the show to what was I gonna call it with Rogue Hero? What was I gonna call it? Fucking hell, I had a great name for a show. Knowledge leads to jail or something like that.
Pretty sure those are just your words. But I think you're right about the destination. It will eventually lead you to jail.
Oh, there's a police siren outside. You guys just talked to the audience.
So they're coming for MSK.
MSK's outhouse feast, where he sits under an outhouse and everybody shits on him. Like,
so now he's imagining it.
The best part is he can't respond because it's too loud over there.
Well, you would just be hearing him, like, you know, smacking his lips, kind of enjoying the idea. You know, that's
true.
It's a concept he's all about.
I hate all of you. I legit hope you all. I legit hate you all. Hope you all die. All right. What's a cool, funky name for the show? Give me a name title for the show.
Put some mustard on
it.
Fuck it, I guess.
It's not the worst name I've ever heard. You could call it Master Swag King, but he's getting so mad in the background.
Oh no. Oh fuck me, dude. Did you see that? Did you see that shit? Oh shit. Oh god. That shit.
You were so blatant. You were so blatant in your racism. It's going to get picked up in the CC captions. So don't put those.
Before we
on.
go. Okay.
I think WZ's got a good title for you.
Top G Black King rises up to white guy. Oh, okay. I'll use this up. No, I can't use rising up, man. That's fucking gay. I don't know what to call this. Fuck.
Top G hands out chicken. You had your finger up. I'm guessing another siren. Fair enough.
Be Top G meat to teeth. I don't know.
MSK's Jim Bro arc.
You gave out meat to somebody, some homeless bitch. So.
Just MSK giving meat to the homeless.
Oh god, that's really, really fucking gay, honestly.
So you're down?
Definitely
Just
not.
MSK, you're gullet, I'm swollen. I don't know, something like that.
MSK finally lifts the bar.
My stomach hurts. Holy
There you
shit!
go. My stomach hurts.
Yeah, like MSK show. My stomach hurts.
Call it the usual magic cupcakes, Twinkies, hot dogs.
Got
Dude,
a point.
I
It
looked,
seems like Walter has your style pegged.
dude, I looked through some of those older Iron Man podcast episode names. One of them, I called it listening to the mystical arts music. I don't know what the fuck I called that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
when you first invited me to stuff, I just felt like you were just naming it after whatever fast food thing you were ordering that night.
Yeah, usually Little
like,
Caesars.
Like MSK, like Taco Bell Supreme Deluxe. All right. And you're like, what?
one episode I literally said, Taco Bell serves tacos, go eat them. Oh, okay. We're gonna have some fun here before we go. No topics, because if you guys are okay, I'm gonna do this. Reload the tab you're on. The reason why we didn't do topics is because I'll be honest here. I'll just put them for another day. It's okay. I have it all clipped. I have it all copied and pasted anyway. Okay, so I want everyone here to build their own burger really quickly. This is a fun thing. Make your burger out of all this.
Okay.
So I have
Brioche.
2 A, G, and E.
Brioche, beef, and cheddar, avocado.
White cheddar cheese tastes great. I love the white cheddar down my throat. Oh, it feels so good.
We know you prefer the white.
Who wants fried eggs on their
kind
burgers?
of feeling
Ew.
it's pretty nice, man. I think you would enjoy it because it's a protein explosion. You know, kind of that warm liquid. It kind of coats the mouth, if you will. It's not a bad feel. You know, I think I go pretzel smash. Let's go Swiss to be fancy, and then give me some grilled onions.
Grilled onions on your burger? What the fuck?
Oh, it's great, man.
What?
Let's go animal
you
style
gay.
on this. Grilled onions are amazing. Oh man.
MSK, I think all those kickstarts have to be laced with crack. Hell yeah. Crack
Makes
is
sense.
amazing, actually. Pretzel is good too. Yeah, I was gonna go with classic or can't pronounce this fucking word. Number 2.
Brioche. But
Brioche.
yeah,
Wait. MSK,
pretzel's
how would you
kind
pronounce
of the
it?
same.
I was gonna go white cheddar or I chose Swiss. I like American cheese tastes fine. It's like whatever, but white cheddar tastes better. Swiss tastes better. Provolone tastes better. Swiss, not cheddar cheese tastes better. You know.
Provolone or Colby Jack, man, or
Ooh.
Do you like
Both
blue
great.
cheese? That tastes like shit, honestly.
that's
Blue
a
cheese,
weird.
it
That's
can
like
be
a
good.
chunky ranch. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it has to be on the right thing. Like I don't know. But you know, Walter brings up a good point. Why are we using the bun at all? Just give me the beef and then surround it
You
with a
could.
smash patty.
Hey,
or
Give it to me. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
I've eaten the meat sandwich before with no bun. Tastes fine. I can see why people don't eat the bun. So this
It's MSK's life motto. Like what he lives by.
this thing.
amazing rapper. Come on.
Okay, don't,
Dude, have you
don't
heard
lie.
her flow though?
No.
She's got a heavy
dude.
flow,
I've
though.
wanted to comment on this so many times today because I've seen it in like Instagram and random fucking reels
Yeah.
that I've scrolled through. Okay, look, like one of my first jobs back in like, dude, exactly. One of my first jobs, I worked at OSH, which is Orchard Supply Hardware, and people would come in with like Mercedes or just like a regular car, just any 4-seater regular car. And then it'd be like, oh, yeah, I need 10 bags of concrete. So the bags of concrete we sold there were only 60 pounds each. 60 pounds, which is like most bags are 60 to 90 pounds. It's either 60 or 90 pound bags. Dude, we would never recommend putting 10 bags of 60-pound concrete into one side of your goddamn car. And that's what this person's advocating for. I literally did this with my mom's. She has a Toyota Tundra, and her tires happened to be a little bit flat, so that also didn't help. But we threw about 15 bags in there, and it put the pressure down to where her tires were on the floor. We had to take bags out, and then we had to pump up the tires. But this is a Tundra; it's meant to pull weight. and that was only 15 bags. That's 5 more bags than this person weighs. And it fucking like buckled the tires with, I don't know, truck
I mean,
tires.
every woman lies about her weight, but I think this woman is saying that she's 480. So, like, if you were to break that up, like, I don't know, I could see two.
If you can
like,
disperse
200
it through the car, yes. But you're talking about
I'm just saying,
basically
like,
one
I
seat
could
and
see.
maybe one butt cheek is halfway through the center console area of the back seat. You know what I mean?
I
Dude,
can
that's
see
a lot
two
of weight.
250 pound dudes like being in there, no big deal. But like you mentioned, it's the weight distribution. Like, I don't know if she can squeeze into the center of that, and you're definitely not fitting a second person in there. I don't know. It sucks at that point. And I think she's in Michigan, which it happens to be a protected class, is your weight for some reason.
Dude, more likely he
So-
could smell her with his windows up. Okay, like Jesus Christ.
Like, it does kind of suck because I don't think he'd be refusing it for like 250-pound guys, but I don't know. It kind of feels like you should be able to say, no, I can't take you, especially if it's a smaller sedan,
Well, if
which
you
it
can
looked like it
refuse
was.
drunk people, you should be able to also refuse people who have made bad decisions in their life.
I mean, she's drunk on cheeseburgers, Your Honor. Come on.
I mean, there's enough oil in there that my car is going to slide everywhere if she explodes. So come on.
Someone said she should get a forklift. Oh my god. Okay, so these are better names for her. Someone said, here we go. Only MSK will start a little exercise to build a. What the fuck?
Yeah, I do feel like it might not have been the most
Okay,
appropriate
these are better
to have us
rapper
build
names.
our dream burger.
These are better rapper names for her. Tons of Fun, The Hamburglar, Young Diabetes, Blob Marley, MC Cholesterol, DA Notorious PG, Young Greasy, Vanilla Ice Cream, DJ Eat a Salad, R Belly, Chief Beef, Two Chins, Big Nas X, Megan 8 Destalli, Busta Belly, Dub Belly, Obese Trice, Dream Puff Daddy, God, Ludacrispy, Mick McMuffin, Kanye Feast. All right. Oh fuck. Okay. All right.
I do like how you are so familiar with the rap culture that you did mention that it's DA Notorious. That was
like
quite awesome.
MC Ragu, as in her blood type. But yeah.
I think it's Mick McRaku. If we're going MSK's pronunciation.
Man, young greasy. Okay. Okay, I'll give you that one. But yeah, no one wants a 4-ton gorilla fucking monkey in their car. Sorry. If you want to be that fat, go be that fat on your own time. Not on my time. I'm good. Fuck that.
Dude, it's like she walked up and the car's shocks were shocked. Okay. And they were like, what the fuck?
Well, in her defense, how is she supposed to get to the show? You know, she's a rapper. She's got shows to be at. Does she have to rent a U-Haul for every show?
I know she can get a side gig is a fucking roller on the front of a steamroller. Get out of here.
You're muted, sir.
You think I wanted to talk to you, cloud chasing fucks? What the hell?
No, it was just crazy. The stream went like way up in quality. It was a gnarly.
Wow. I think you're out. I think you're plotting to get me, sir.
Not you. You're the boss man.
Oh yeah, I'm the top G for a reason.
Here
But no,
to steal WZ and Walter from your stream. He's gonna go. They're gonna come to my stream.
they know where their bread is. They know where their bread is buttered. They know their loyalty is to me. They can't go to anyone else.
Cool, man. I'll make your names blue too.
Oh, God, man. So yeah, everyone. I'll just put these topics for Saturday. We'll just knock them out on Saturday. I'll just set them up there.
Handle it.
So it'll be me, you, Society, probably Mugen Lord. I'll probably try to ask him if he wants to be on Saturday, actually. But Hey, yeah. We'll go for like another good 10, 20 minutes and then we'll wrap it up here. We only started late because they were late. That's the black guy. I was on time. They were
Sure.
late.
You weren't having a crisis of conscience or anything like that. You didn't have
Yeah,
to find
not at
yourself.
all. Not at all.
It's
Not at
just
all.
my bad. The power went out.
Yeah. We control the topics. Lies. There's no bread here. What are you talking about? Oh my god. And also, I've seen some people.
Dude, you owe them bread? You're not even paying them the bread? I thought you were just behind on my McChickens, but wow. Wow,
Do you guys
sir.
want white bread? I think white bread tastes pretty meh, honestly.
Get you some Amish bread, and you'll be happy, man. That shit's bomb as fuck.
What do you okay, do you know people go to the gym and they say they drink chocolate milk? Do you ever drink chocolate milk?
You
I don't know if
drink
there's too many people that go to the
like
gym
that.
and drink chocolate milk. Are you mistaking a protein shake for chocolate milk?
No. There's people that have said just drink chocolate milk because it has like, a lot of protein in it. It's like I
It
just don't want to
has
drink
slightly
straight
more protein in it, but no. What you do is there's protein powders that have a lot of chocolate
Yeah.
mix in them. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, drinking straight chocolate milk, that's disgusting. Like when I look at milk, I just think it's gross. It has to be in something,
Yeah, that's not your preferred white drink. I got you.
That's kind of just really gay, Gray. Holy shit, fucking hell, man. But yeah, after this show tonight, go to the gym in a little bit. Maybe I'll stream League late in the night. I don't know.
What, you're
Day
doing a
off.
gym stream?
You don't like milk? Is that why you're fucking built like a liberal protester? What the hell?
Well, he's into soy milk, so
Yes, I definitely drink soy lattes for dinner. Actually,
MSK definitely looks like he's milked way too many almonds in his day. But yes,
not just almonds.
Are you going to a grammar school gym? Who the fuck is drinking chocolate milk at the guy? No, I said a guy recommended just drinking chocolate milk for protein. There's this big bodybuilder YouTuber who drinks chocolate milk, Sam Hulk. MSK on that.
Sure, that's how you spell Hulk.
There's certain dudes who they could be like, yeah, I could eat like 3 pizzas a day. It's like, yeah, you're at the gym for 6 hours a day. It's literally their job. They get sponsors. You can do stupid shit when you're working out too much. Yes.
Yeah.
That is what that Sam Hulk dude does. Like, man, that dude, I don't know if he could get enough calories in. He's always bulking, and man, that dude is.
Yeah,
he is no MSK.
Like, he's like, I'm on all of the trend, just all of it though.
MSK, have you ever considered that? Maybe you should be enhanced.
Something like creatine, stuff like that.
I don't think that'll do enough for you. We're trying to get you to be able to put weight on the bar. Creatine might get you to do another rep with the bar, but
I'm fine. My body, like I said earlier, my body doesn't really get much bigger. Only it just gets slightly bigger. Honestly, I can eat
because you need to lift heavier weights.
yeah. Hey man, I've been to the gym 4 times in the last 4 years. Give me a break. I will go more consistently. I'm literally gonna go tonight. Maybe when I go tonight.
What took you there, Breeze? I'm like, what the fuck?
God, man. When I go, maybe a girl will ride my face there after I'm done. We're working out.
Maybe. Probably not. But you never know.
I can actually.
Is your main job there to be like a yoga mat or what?
I mean, if she wants that, sure. Great, hell yeah. Hey, yeah, Daxnar, I can eat.
But like,
yeah, Daxnar, I can eat 2 pizzas by myself. Like if someone put 2 pizzas in front of me, I could eat them both. You give me like a good hour, they'll be both gone anyway. Like this rack of ribs is already almost gone, and I just went and got this at the store earlier today. So
yeah, he's only saving them so he can suck on the bones.
How do you know I did that?
We assume you're trying to wean yourself off the, hard stuff.
And yes, tomorrow, 11 a.m., I will have a one-on-one with a lady named The Curious Cat. We're going to have a one-on-one. Then after that, I have the show I'm going to do with Anna. We're going to go over reviewing the comic book Joker by Brian Azzarello, and then we're going to have a few game topics. Maybe just the one afterwards, because, it'll be a little late for her. So we're going to have the shows with Curious Cat, Anna. with the Cloud9 podcast, and then I have the one-on-one with K-Dot on Saturday, and then I have Laps Comic Fan, our show on Friday as well. Then Saturday, panel show, and after that, we'll have the Cloud9 podcast on Sunday, if that's it. I mean, I'll ask Savage Dad if he wants to do another show on Sunday, but if not, then it's whatever, honestly. But doing just the Cloud9 podcast on Sunday is fine. You know? Yeah, me and K-Dot set it up. We were going to do it last week, but I misscheduled. I messed up the scheduling, so I just told him, yeah, just come following week, actually. What else is there? Fucking hell. Yeah, we don't have an MSK show on Sunday. I'll probably ask Savage Dad if he wants to do one, or I'll ask Laps Comic Fan to help me out with the topics if I need to. If we can't even do them on Saturday, because on Saturday, I'm pretty fucking tired, honestly. So we'll see how it can go, honestly. I will never actually be feeding off of Cloud. You guys all come here for Cloud. K-Dot is your GOAT. Oh my God. You guys are fucking pieces of shit, honestly. I hate you.
I mean, he is the talent, you know. He is the reason why we tune in.
Good gosh. Yeah, we haven't talked in a while. He's been taking a break from YouTube. He's going to start doing content on a more regular basis, he said, but we'll see how it goes. You guys hear that report about MSK show getting canceled? What do you mean? What network told you guys that? Well, those are alleged rumors that were said.
I heard he's in negotiations.
Walter, I sent you that in confidence, man. What are you doing?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm the network, and I get to greenlight whatever shows come on this channel. Well, we only just have the 2. Cloud9 podcast will be on 300 episodes come this Thursday coming up. Yeah, so me and James will try to have a special episode then. Hopefully, maybe, because he's busy too. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff to do, guys. I dropped my Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer reaction that we did, where the title is just the show's DOA. And yeah, as you can see, look at all the
terrible. I totally thought you were going to say something else when you were saying you dropped. I just swear you were going to follow it up with the soap, but yeah.
We'll kind of touch on it later on this week if we bring it about the topic, but good God, I'm good. That many gender and rape swaps, you can fuck off with all that. Like, I can barely
I go drop some acid just to clear my mind, but
literally, man, I don't like race swaps or gender swaps. I can barely handle one. Motherfuckers show put like 4 or 5. No, man, that's just too much. No, that's where I draw the line at.
It's kind of worse than that. Even it's like every single scene is like, it reminds me of something that would have been made in about 2018. So every single scene, even in the background, it's just like, it's like a giant checkbox.
Dude, MSK. Come on, man.
He threw himself out. I promise.
No way. I think that was all on you. That was so rude. How dare you cut off Sci-Fax?
That was literally my cat. I picked her up and she whatever button she hit escaped me out of all this. That was wild.
I thought it had to be MSK. He's like, what? This guy he's spitting too much on my show.
See? The cat just wanted attention. Good.
I picked her up, and whatever she stepped on, I don't even know what button it. I don't know how to exit that quickly. I mean, whatever that is, MSK is clearly master of it. But like, no, it seems like a show that was made in like 2018, and it has like all the check boxes. And that guy came out yesterday and was just like, "Oh, it's not going to be as woke as, or like I wanted a show that's not woke." Blah blah blah. It's not even that everything in it is woke. It's like everything around it is woke all the time. It has all the stereotype bullshit in it. It just checks all the boxes kind of deal. And I felt like we were kind of getting away from that, but it's like a lot of the shows that we're seeing right now is like holdovers from like obviously a couple years ago, if not many years ago. And with how bad the animation is, with how bad the story is, with how bad they've changed everything, it doesn't warrant actually being released, in my opinion. They should have just fucking straight up canceled this shit. It's not good. It's not good. It's not interesting. Nothing about it is interesting at all. And it sucks because it's like people were kind of like maybe rooting for an okay story, maybe a different twist on it. And their twist is like, let's just change everybody's racial types. which they've been doing for the last 10 fucking years. So it's nothing new. It's not interesting at all. That's
I
it.
just, yeah, like I saw that all the race. Oh my god, I hate it. And then when Vaughn in the group chat showed us his thing. This is the thing I will say. It's just those are the shows that I would just draw the line at. Be like, I'm just not watching. And keep in mind that show's renewed for like 3 seasons or whatever. But it doesn't matter. I like that kind of stuff. That's too much for me. I
No, I
barely
understand.
will make.
Doing the work, getting informed. That does seem
Well,
like a
well-
bit much for you.
True.
What Walter just said, he's like over the whole woke thing, and it's like I'm actually kind of in agreement with that. Like you'll see in any of my reviews, like I don't bring up woke or any of that crap. What the problem with this is it actually brings that conversation back because somebody just literally did it the day before it released, and they were like, I don't want any of that in this, and then it releases literally like a checkbox fucking TV show. It's
And then people want to
everything in
say
it.
it's not real.
The
Like that's the
background,
thing. Yeah, people want to say
no,
the
the
DEI thing is not
everything
real.
about
and
it
like,
is it's
unless
checkbox 101.
you
Like,
literally have to not be living in objective reality if you think that shit's gone. People made those stupid statements. They're like, "Man, Trump won, so that means everything is gonna." It's like, no, that's not how it's gonna work. Yeah, he did kind of like essentially put a stop to DEI, essentially. But keep in mind, these shows are still gonna do it. Trump winning made some good stuff happen, but that's not gonna fix everything.
well, Hollywood also operates about 4 to 5 years behind reality, like at all times. For like Hollywood is always behind, probably about 4 to 5 years. So whatever was going on 4 to 5 years ago, we're still about to get the stuff that was being made then. That was when it was created, and then it took a year for it to get into production. Then the production went on, and now we're finally getting that shit released. So the shit that we're getting right now is probably made about 4 to 5 years ago. So it's like, why is all this shit crappy like that? Well, we're not going to get the fix in the entertainment for a good couple years. There's going to be a couple things that are going to be greenlit and probably surpass that because they're going to realize what's going on. But we still won't even see that till probably, my guess would be mid 2026.
And that's
everything
fair.
that you're going to
That's
see from
fair.
now on, like it's still going to have all the touches of the crap that nobody wants for a while. And that might kind of kill the market. Like it could be, I don't know. There's people like me that just go every week just because I got that pass and whatever. But there's a lot of people that are checking out, man. There's people that I used to go with all the time every week, and my group has gotten lower and lower and lower and smaller and smaller.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it's like 3 or 4 people, maybe 2 people sometimes, where it's like, so the things I'm looking forward to the most, it tends to be like indie movies. Like I'm going to see Companion tomorrow. That looks great.
Dude,
That
I
looks
hear
awesome.
nothing but good things about that. I hear it's the best in January, and January has been shit this year.
Yeah, January is usually pretty terrible. I was hoping for one good January movie because the last couple of years we've had a couple of them. Like the one that I can really look at and be like, that was actually, it was fun, it was decent, whatever. It was like Megan, and that's not even that good of a movie. But for a January movie, that's a good movie. And people don't really understand the January movie stuff because January is like, that's where you dump your trash. It's like let's just empty this shit out here. January
I remember
is
Dune 2 seeming really early last year, and I guess it was March, so it's not even that early.
Well, March, I think they wanted to get a jump in front of the blockbusters. Like, hey, let's get something big in front of the summer. Might not have been a great idea.
I don't think so, man. They got like no nominations, and that thing definitely was better than a lot of them.
It's better than a lot of the stuff out there. Well, they had that that trans ridiculous thing that no one ever fucking
Amelia
watched.
Perez? What do you mean? Or were you talking Conclave? Because either one.
I don't know. Whatever one fucking last time I put a gun in my, never mind.
Amelia Perez. Yes. MSK, did you feel represented with that movie?
What the hell? You guys are talking gibberish to me.
MSK's viewership is going to go up way more in about, what is it, 2 to 3 days as soon as we hit MLK month.
Hell yeah. Like, or people were saying, some of their videos were doing not as good as in January. Everything is bad in January. We gotta start. This is the slowest month of the year, even for YouTube. Like, it's just how bad January is. January is the worst month for everything. Things generally get better as the year goes on. It's usually how the saying goes. Well, as far as like this stuff, dude, that's the thing though. The story itself, if it's good in spite of the race swaps, is whatever. But that doesn't mean I'm still not gonna not talk about it though. You know what I mean? Like I can on one hand go, I don't like these race swaps, but the story they told was fine. Because, you know, I hope people are able to keep more than one thought in their head at the same time. You know, I hope people are, because that's how the conversation should go. You know, I'm still not going to be okay with it. I don't like it. I will always voice I don't like it, because if I didn't voice it, then that would be kind of fake to me. You know, but if the story's good, that's fine. But then again, you know, I will always find a way to voice my opinion on certain things. It's just kind of what it is. You know, also that's just a way of normalizing it too. Like, that's what they kind of want. It's you to not to pay attention anymore. You'll eventually be like, well, I don't care if they do it. They want you to not care. That's the thing.
So you're trying to normalize giving your opinion? Fair enough. Eventually we won't care.
The thing is,
we don't do that around here. What are you talking about?
Caring about a black person's opinion. That's fucking crazy. You know?
Yeah, Gray. How do you feel about that? MSK, just shut your mouth.
Oh my god. A white guy trying to tell a black guy what to do. We've come full circle, guys. Hell
It's
yeah.
not like it's your channel or anything. You could immediately kick me off. But yes.
God. See you later.
Hey, the channel just got better.
Wow.
Weird.
Dude, we shot
the
up like
quality went down
17 viewers instantly. That was weird.
They mostly all came from me, in my opinions. You know, you got to make your opinion valuable. I make my opinion valuable. Very, very much so. You know, I'm not. If people want to not talk about those things, that's fine. I'm not doing that. I will never not do that. And keep in mind, fandom is always going to talk about this kind of stuff. Whether they agree or disagree, it will always be an ongoing conversation, because the studios made it a thing people talk about more. They're the ones that injected politics and all this bullshit more into media, beside it being like subliminal. You know, you got to blame the actual media for that. You got to blame the actual studios for that.
One of the biggest problems with that is it's not even that people are going out of their way and they want to talk about it, is that it's being forced so ridiculously in front of your face that there's nothing else to talk about, where it's like, this is such a fucking blatant thing. We're beating you over the head with a hammer about it. Did you notice this? Hey, did you see it? And it's like, yeah, we fucking saw it. Can you shut up about it? Can you put that in the background?
Well,
look, a lot of these things and subjects or whatever, they're in these movies. They're in many movies, and people are like, this is all over the place. Yes, but they're a subtle little nod to something. They're a nod here. They're this.
Yeah.
But now it's like, hey, look, 90% of a movie is this, and then we nod to the story. Like, get back on track here, guys. Get back to telling us the fucking story.
Yeah.
Give a shit about your stupid agenda over there. No, that's not actually the point of the story. You're just like, but we threw it in there because what I've realized overall is people out there have masked their stories to fit IPs. So they have a story they want to tell, and they're like, well, this character actually fits to this one, and then this, and then all of a sudden you have some bullshit agenda story going on, and they're like, yeah, but Wolverine's actually this, or, you know, this is just an example. This isn't real, but it's like, yeah, well, Wolverine's this, and Cyclops represents this, and Storm represents this, blah, 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 and they tell some bullshit like coming of age story or some bullshit, but they use that IP as the selling point, because that's the only way studios will fucking support them. They take some bullshit story they got going on, they mask their characters and other people, and then they sell that as the thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, this isn't anything like what I know any of these characters to be. And that's what keeps happening with a lot of these big IPs. And I'm not just saying that as X-Men or what, I'm just saying that's a general thing. Like, they just pick giant IPs people know, and then they mask their shitty stories with these characters, and then they sell it to these studios.
Masters of the Universe
go on
recently
about it.
is going to be that. So if people didn't even hear the announcement of the new He-Man Masters of the Universe movie, the opening, I guess, thing the person talked about was that he literally said we're gonna go in a different direction compared to the original, not movie or story. Then why are you doing it then? Make something different.
That's the mask thing I'm telling you about. They took a story that they saw that they kind of liked as the story, and then they mask it in an IP that other people know, and then they'll go see that IP. People will go see the IP. They're not looking for that story. Then they see the story and they're like, whatever. But they're like, we already got your tickets. We already got your money. That's what they do. And they're doing it over and over again. You can see it a lot of times. And then they have to kind of mold the story to fit some of the characters. They're like, well, whatever. But they mask it into the story that they're trying to tell. They're like, well, I want to tell this story, but I can't get $200 million to do it. But if I say it's the Fantastic Four, now I can.
Yeah.
Ta-da. And they do that with IPs over and over and over again. And so you see these terrible stories being told with some of your favorite IPs, and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. They mask their shitty stories with these big IPs. That's what they've been doing. And you can see it across the board.
That will be not living in objective reality. That's not a subjective thing. That would be an objective thing. It's objectively happening to a lot of different IPs.
Exactly what's happening.
Yeah, like Star Wars. People say that's like the biggest example for everyone. You could say I'm not into Star Trek. People said Star Trek has gone through that. Every franchise has gone through that. I mean, if people don't want to notice it, that's cool, but that doesn't change objective reality. It doesn't.
No, the franchises have been going through it a lot more frequently or whatever, and you can. Back in the day, you'd be able to do it like, say, with like Alien and Predator and stuff. It's like they would just mask their stories with stuff like that. It's like, cool. I can tell my autistic, weird story about people who need survival through autism, and they made it into a Predator story for some reason or whatever. But it's like, well, we got our funding, so here we go. Let's make our
like when you say things like, "Oh, I think movie quality has gone down." Well, it just depends on what type of quality movies are you consuming. That itself, right there, is a subjective thing. Because
but
I was
gonna say, like the filming of the movies and like what they're doing with them, and in theory really hasn't gone down. It's the storytelling and the way that they're using what they have to their advantage. Because it's like, I guarantee you most people would look at, I don't know, like for someone like me, like looking back in the day, looking at like Mortal Kombat or something, a great example to me anyways. When I saw Mortal Kombat or say Spawn, excuse me, or Spawn or something, Mortal Kombat, Spawn, whatever. It's like you had those kind of bad looking 90s movies, and Mortal Kombat is like really, kind of beloved now at this time. But when you saw that then, you could imagine in your head later on, I would love to see this redone with better graphics, with better this. And you're like, I just want to see this redone then. Or I want to see this redone with the technology we got now. Well, instead of doing stuff like that, they're like, well, we're not actually going to just do that. We're going to tell a whole different story because somebody wants to tell like a whatever gay romance going on. Like, and then we want to throw it into that IP. That's the stuff that I've noticed I've been having a problem with, because you can like unmask the story through the IP. You're like, the story overall is this kind of story, and it has nothing to do with this goddamn IP. Like, you can almost separate them. It's like they put a mask on that shitty story that they're doing, and they're doing it over and over. And that shit's starting to like, it's becoming more and more apparent. And people maybe aren't realizing yet. I think they will soon, but I'm getting tired of it. Have you guys not noticed that when you watch a story, you're like, I've seen the story, but it just happens to have fucking, Liu Kang in it or something. You're like, what the fuck is this?
The only way to not get that is essentially you have to go and watch, because a lot of people are only watching movies, I guess, like, not like superhero related, but they're only watching a certain amount of movies. They're watching like maybe 5 a year. If you watch different movies that even come on streaming services, that would be where you would kind of get different quality movies, but even those can be pretty bad too. Like, I've seen some real stinkers on streaming services too, really bad ones, like Netflix ones.
Yeah.
Horrible. So it's like you really just have to kind of fish out for random shit and hopefully you might get a golden nugget out of it. That's essentially it. It's really just 50-50 now if you're gonna go to a theater and watch a good movie. Like, I'll use a recent example, like Trap, the movie Trap that came out last year with M. Night Shyamalan.
It's terrible.
Great trailers, awesome trailers. Fucking hell, that movie.
Were they?
The trailers
I
revealed.
knew
the
what I
whole
was getting
movie.
from the trailer.
The trailer was interesting. The movie was god awful.
The trailer revealed the whole movie, and the movie is terrible. The movie is bad. Not even just top to bottom. That movie is awful. Holy crap! When all the twists come in, it makes it worse. How do twists come in a movie and make it worse? Every twist made it exactly worse. That's bad. That's terrible.
I'm pretty sure I've already seen the worst movie of the year, in my opinion. And it's a movie called Presence. I hated that movie with a goddamn passion, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Dream. You get to
Dude,
see a movie from
so
the perspective of a ghost.
God. Yeah, Trap. Dude, I'll be honest here. It's a fun concept. I love the concept. And M. Night Shyamalan's answer for me is very hit or miss.
That's the problem. They take fun concepts and like the concept, and I'm not saying concept is an IP, but let's just consider the concept being an IP. Like, if you look at it like that, the concept of like, oh, dude, we got superheroes, but let's throw in our shitty story into it. I'm telling you, man, if you start looking at it like that, all these fucking stories are telling these bad stories that have nothing to do with superhero stuff into the superhero universe. And then you're like, why is this story so bad? Because it has nothing to do with superheroes. Like, that's why.
Even if you get out of that, even if you go to different genres of movies like Trap that have come out or any other movies, just Borderlands came out last year. That's not a superhero movie. That just stinks. You know, Borderlands is bad. You know, we watched It Ends With Us.
Walter just asked, is that the movie I just mentioned? Yeah, it's called Presence. Do not go watch it. Lucy Liu, it's terrible, man. Like, if you can find a nugget of fun in there, I mean, I commend you, but I hated that with a passion. Like,
what else did we watch? Did you watch Alien Romulus last year?
Yeah, it was fine. It was okay. The problem though is like it's just okay. It's supposed that's another good example, man. Like we have all these awesome old Alien movies, like the first and second one for the
it's
most
still
part.
just the first two.
Literally the first two are the best. But it's like we have the better technology, we have the better everything else, and it's like you still can't create that atmosphere. What was just crazy to me is you can watch low budget horror movies, and the low budget horror movies out there can create the atmosphere that you used to be able to create in a movie like Aliens or something. Like you like that like you're waiting for something to attack you. It's like, how can you not combine that type of stuff with this story and mix that together instead of your terrible story? And it's like the vision is not there. Like whatever the director is doing is just not there. So it's like I feel like almost maybe there should be a mix of directors. Maybe you need instead of mixing writers, mixed directors. Be like, hey,
well, there's no risk.
Director who knows how to build that tension. Let me get that tension from this guy.
Yeah.
Let me get that storytelling from this guy, and then meld those two together. Because you never really see like multiple directors. It's usually multiple writers. But it's like the directors know how to build that tension. They know how to get those shots just right. And it's like horror movie people know how to build that tension. Yeah. While you're jerking off alone in the mirror.
I don't do that.
Pretty sure I nailed it. But
I think it's because
pretty sure you're alone most of the time.
I think it's because directors aren't taking enough risks. Like I'll use Alien Romulus for example. When I watched it, I'll even say the same thing I said from my vlog episode of it. I thought it's a fun, okay movie. The reason why Alien Romulus lacks in certain areas is because there are various things in it that bog it down. First thing is the cast isn't big enough. The reason why the cast should be big enough is in a lot of the best Alien movies, the cast was bigger, so you can see how creative the alien can kill them. There really isn't that many creative kills because the cast isn't as big. Also, the cast is pretty bad outside of that one black android dude, for being honest here. The cast brings it down.
Yeah, you're completely wrong. Those are invalid excuses.
Oh, God,
I'm sorry, man. The first one, Nostromo did not.
Yeah.
The first one, Nostromo, did not have that many people in it. Which ones are you talking about? Are great ones. So the second one, it has a squad, but
that's
man, it doesn't have a lot. Not really.
The other thing you're not considering, the first one was more of a horror movie. The second one was like an action / horror movie.
Yeah.
And so
where this one
those
is,
two things are different.
It's literally paying homage to but it's paying homage to every single.
Nothing in the movie besides, I mean, okay, the alien stalked them, that was fine, but the alien. What do you want to go see out of an alien movie for? You want to see them kill people. You want to see the face hugger kill people. You didn't really get that enough.
We've seen like AVP and all those.
I want to see something new in every single one. I want to see something new in every single one.
New? It's alien stalks human, kills human. It's the same shit mostly throughout each of these movies. Most of them are. Unless you want to go AVP.
You know what their new thing was? They took the old with the new and they mixed it with fucking Prometheus at the end. And so they combined like a giant shit sandwich and shoved it in your mouth.
The third act of the movie? The third act was
granted, I'm a stan for this series, but I can find something that I like in all of them. Alien 3 is not my favorite. I find parts that I really like of Fincher's version of it. And then once you get to Alien Resurrection, I don't know. There's certain parts of it that I do dig. And I think this is a different way of doing almost that exact same thing without the sadness of, I don't know, Ripley's clone alien getting sucked out the window.
You want to know how quickly Romulus took me out of the story because of how stupid the writing was? You ready for this? So the girl goes up with the crew, right? She goes up with the crew when her friends take her up, and she's like, "This is the first time I've seen seen the sun, or she's seen outside, right?" Mm-hmm. But her friends have the goddamn fucking spaceship. You telling me you don't have friends that have taken you up in that spaceship to go see that shit ever in your life?
You're not allowed to.
Fuck,
your station. Nobody has taken MSK to space. We know he
really no one would just do that on the whim.
That's why they had to do it in secret.
I wouldn't allow MSK in my vehicle.
Everyone that went on to do everything else is just like, I saw it in a manual. I know how to do this just right.
That's
it was so like there was too many.
That's the reason why the writing
is so many stupid shit like that.
It's because that's why the writing is bad.
Other than that, it was also boring. But yeah,
it's just. That's the reason why, for me, a lot of the writing is not good. Like the one part in the movie, they did say you're not allowed to travel past a certain height. But then you have kids that can essentially travel in space.
The government tells you not to do anything. You know what kids do? Immediately disregard that. So that person been going up there for the last 10 years since they were a 10-year-old. Like, my friends have a spaceship, I'm on it.
Well, give me a break.
In her defense, her time was almost done. She was supposed to get off this planet, so it was just like, okay, I got to keep my nose clean for this time. Then they extended it twice as long. So I could understand her then being willing to go ahead and break the rules.
Well, you get the other part where it's like, okay, so they say you can't travel past this distance, but then to your thing, it says, well, then how these kids just magically know how to drive a fucking spaceship into outer space? And
part of their job, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. It gets weird. For me, that wasn't the big problem. The big problem was generally when you meet that older guy from the original movie, the one guy who's telling the backstory of the alien. Remember the guy's telling the backstory of the alien, and he's telling him like, "Hey, when we were on this ship and it took over, blah blah blah." The problem is like, why did that need to happen though? I don't really know why that has to happen in the movie. Like, why did he need to be there? Didn't really make anything that big of a difference, honestly, if he was there, you know?
Kind of did. He is what brought about... So if you're talking about Ash, I don't know, because you said older gentleman, and, he's a robot. So,
the robot guy. Yeah, the one that were in that
he's an android.
Room. Yeah. The best scene about that
it's
room...
Ash. So he is the main protagonist. He's the one who's putting, like, essentially a time frame on this. He wants his experiment to live. He wants it to succeed and thus expose these guys to it and let it live on, even though this ship is going down.
That was the best. See, the best part about that scene was that after he told them that bullshit, remember how he said they were testing on rats? Then it was revealed that it doesn't work on rats. That was a cool part. I liked elements of Alien Romulus. Overall, it wasn't I think it was a bad movie. It was an okay, fun experience I had at the theater, but there were so many things. There were the many things about it I didn't like. It bogged it down, and the things that I did like about it kind of kept it even. Maybe you consider it. Some people said it's like the third best Alien movie. I don't think we really have a third best one. I think it's just the first two, and that's fucking it, honestly. You know?
And that's probably one of the reasons why you don't like it, because it pays homage to every single film in there, including the Prometheus, including Alien Covenant. It
was
really
crazy.
kind of.
I never finished Prometheus. I watched about 10 minutes at James' house and I fell asleep. It was boring as hell. I'm not even kidding. It put me to sleep. Movie boring as fuck. God, I need my explosions. One movie that always pissed me off is just The Flash. That movie fucking sucks. Donkey ass.
Okay, name another movie that has a baby in a microwave scene. I'm just saying. Like, I think that might be the preeminent.
It was a 4-year-old.
I'd still take Flash over that.
Was it Case 39? It was Case 39. Yeah, where the girl ends up being like Lilith or whatever. Forgot the fucking actress name. What was the thing? My God. The Flash movie. Oh my God. Thor: Love and Thunder. Halloween Kills. Oh my God, that broke my soul when I watched that. Oh my God, that movie was so bad. That was just dog shit. It's not even like movies, even if they're like not woke, so to speak, the storytelling and writing are so bad. That needs to be cleaned up. Shouldn't be watching this many bad movies in a row. Did you watch Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot and The Rock? That was bad. That was really bad. That was
Hold on. I trying to argue with Walter here in the chat, and he's like, just because.
Are you arguing with a black man?
Of course I will, because he's wrong, but whatever. Just because her boyfriend was willing to do illegal things doesn't make me feel that his girlfriend has to do it too. I'm sorry, if the illegal thing is like the most coveted thing of your planet, you're fucking doing that immediately, all the time. And it's established that these people have been doing it for a while. So it's not like you couldn't find a way to stash somebody out on a ship. And so it's like, oh, my girlfriend's never seen the sun. Shit, I get to see it every goddamn day because I'm doing this illegally. I don't think he was doing it illegally. What?
Do you know the part that
off illegally one time? Give me a break.
Because maybe I misremembered the first part of the movie. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure.
It's a wild assumption that people partake. Are you kidding me? Have you met, I don't know, people in general? People are willing to do crazy shit all the time. And to take that long.
I've had pretty straight edge girlfriends who didn't partake.
The best part about Romulus was after all of that. Remember there's that giant alien. Remember the queen is infesting the entire ship, and there's that giant whatever it was, and the boyfriend finally caught up. The boyfriend caught up with the girlfriend that he was like the cousin, whatever. And he's like limping. They know the alien is somewhere in this building vicinity. I say that the set pieces were great in the movie. Remember how he was poking that alien thing and the acid hit him? Why would you do that? They know these things could kill them. He just willingly offed himself.
If you saw a giant Walgina, are you saying that you wouldn't be poking at it?
No, the alien behind you, hunting you. The alien was hunting them. That was the best part about the movie. Was the alien was in the shadows.
But it's a wall chrysalis. Come on.
I hate you. Oh God. He willingly offed himself. It was so crazy. Why did you just kill yourself? Oh my God. There's acid on me. You knew there was acid on these things. Oh, fucking white people, man. White people.
I mean, I don't want to be on your team at all, but yeah, it is kind of weird. After he gets sprayed with acid, he decides to just like go right under it and let it drip on him for quite some time. I'll go ahead and give you half a point for that one. Sure.
There was one really good scene in the movie. Remember how they were walking silently so the face huggers weren't alarmed? That was a great scene. I will give them that. That was an awesome scene. But they were trying to like not alert the face huggers so they could just rip them to shreds. There were some great scenes in Alien Romulus. It's just, the negatives just bog it down so hard, but the positives are also good itself. So it's like an equalizer, I would say.
MSK seems like the kind of dude after the face hugger went onto him, he would like get one of them off of him and he'd be like, they didn't go deep enough. But it's like, Jesus Christ.
That's just really gay. Where did you get that from?
I was reading your mind.
Good Lord, man. Halloween Kills, that might be the worst movie I have seen in the last 5 years. That movie is drivel, garbo, trash. Just, oh my God. I don't talk about the movie. I'm sorry. It's just, that's the worst movie I've seen in the last 5 years. That movie's worse than Thor: Love and Thunder, Eternals, anything. I'm putting Halloween Ends as the worst movie in the last 4 years. It's literally just, not even just trash. It's actually abysmally awful.
I'll bet you $100 that Skinamarink is worse.
There's no way. Did that Halloween Kills?
You know what? I'll bet you 1,000.
I'm saying right now, Halloween Kills objectively has the worst movie ending I've ever seen. It will literally fry your brain to oblivion.
The ending's bad. There's some interesting stuff.
That is an
Supposedly they had to do it.
understatement. It's
I
a
will
Supposedly they had to
understatement.
do a
I'll
bunch of different
confidently
cuts in it.
say Skinamarink. Skinamarink is the worst movie you will ever see in your life.
Okay. I'll bet another one. Did you like Space Jam
I'll
2?
put 2,000 on it.
Space Jam 2?
I'll put 2,000 on that one too. I'll bet you 4,000.
Space Jam 2's villain, Algae Rhythm. Good job, Hollywood. Coming up with
Still
those-
betcha. Still betcha.
Oh man,
And I saw it in theaters, and I will still bet you.
No.
I'll shake your hand in person over it.
Anything mentioned.
I'll start
I'll
jerking you
shake
off
your
in-
hand in person in Vegas and go bet it on a fucking slot.
I'll start jerking you
or
off in Vegas and taste your salt.
No. Oh God. No, I'll literally bet you on that.
Okay,
I will
no.
show you that movie, and I will watch those other two back to back.
Jurassic World Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion, garbage.
I'll put this one movie against.
You are
all.
not going to watch Jurassic World Dominion again.
I've already
No one
seen
would
it,
willingly
so
watch.
it's not a big deal.
No one would willingly watch that again. That movie is pitiful trash. What else is? Yeah, there's a lot of good movies out there. Holy crap! I did really enjoy Top Gun Maverick. I thought that was a pretty good movie, actually.
You
Yeah,
know what
just
you're
hanging
up
with the
against,
boys.
man. Skinamarink, I'm telling you.
Did
Worst movie you will ever see in your life.
Did anyone see Heretic?
man.
I did not.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass. You get a weaponized charm of Hugh Grant. It's kind of fun.
Do not watch Licorice Pizza.
It was fine. It's just
Why no PTA?
was fun
Why no
for about
licorice
half-
pizza?
no.
half the movie was fine.
Did you watch Licorice Pizza? Because Sean, old channel guy, recommended it because he likes that director a lot. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Licorice Pizza. That's a
Dude, PTA is awesome.
No, man, dude. Watching a 30-year-old lady be boyfriends with a dude that's like 16. Nah, man. That's just fucking weird. And then he asked
He's
to see her.
maxing.
And then he asked to see her chest, and she shows him. Like, what a fucking pedophile. Like, what the hell, man? Ugh. God, I feel dirty watching that movie. Ugh. Burn that movie.
No, I
fucking
get it.
ground.
Naked women, that makes you feel wrong. I got you.
I'm glad that's what you just took out of what I just said. Good Lord. The latest
That's
Mission
what
Impossible.
everybody took from that. Yes.
I've watched every Mission Impossible movie. I just haven't seen the 7th one. My favorite is Fallout, Ghost Protocol. I like 3. Yeah, Fallout, Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 3. Those are my 3 favorites. And then it'd be the 4th one. No, the 5th one. What's the 5th one? Oh, I forgot the fifth one's name. The 5th one is really, really good. But I just prefer part 3 better. Then I would go, I don't know, it's a toss-up. I know people, they say they don't like Mission Impossible 2. I actually really enjoyed it when I watched it. I thought it was just fine. Part 1, Mission Impossible 1 is boring. That shit is boring as
What are you
fuck.
talking about? You've got Emilio Estevez with the ice spikes and the gum that you get to flap over to make a bomb. Come on, it's classic.
No, it's a fun movie. It's just really it
has
just
that
drags out so long.
Second one's the one that has that classic like front wheelie skid where he turns around.
Yeah. Director John M. Chu. Is it John M. Chu that did it?
John Chu, yeah.
John Chu?
Woo.
John Woo.
John
Yeah.
Chu or John
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 1, it's good, but it just, man, does that movie drag forever? It's
All right.
I hate movies.
Here's the real question, MSK, to see how old you are. Did you ever play Mission Impossible on Nintendo 64?
No, I only watched Mission Impossible back when
Just
we were doing, like, movie
remove
projects.
yourself. Just get out of here. Get out of
John Chu? Was it John? No, it was, yeah, it was John Chu.
here. Gray, did you play that? Do you remember that?
I
Yeah.
remember Goldeneye, but I don't remember Mission Impossible.
You
People
don't
do.
remember the one you would have to sneak them off to the bathroom and like take their masks, or like you'd have to like lure them in, and like it was terrible graphics. Don't get me wrong, it was awful, and it was
That
very
sounds awesome.
it was really bad. But I
I-
mean, the game overall wasn't bad, but the way
Yeah.
that you had to do it was pretty bad. Like it was.
Because
was pretty funny.
it's actually an unpopular opinion to say you like Mission Impossible 2. I actually enjoyed Mission Impossible 2. I thought it was fine. I think all the movies themselves are actually fine to good. It just depends on which ones you like more. I'd say my favorite is 6, 4, and 3. Those are my favorites right there. I didn't see 7. It's not because I didn't want to. I love those movies. I think they're pretty good. It's just at that time period, I was having a girl come over and she was blowing me. So I really couldn't go to the theater when her mouth was gagging on my cock, doing some gok gok 3000. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here in a little bit. I might maybe go to the gym, depending on how I feel. I might have sex with a girl, depending on how I feel. We'll start with Gray. What do you have planned coming up, man?
Yeah, Thinkers tomorrow morning. YouTube at that darn kidda. Yeah, we're having a think on true crime. Apparently, all the true crime originates in America. So yeah, here's some international opinions on American true crime. Tomorrow morning over there on that darn kidda's channel. It's people from like 3 or 4 different continents getting together, disagreeing about everything. Come join us. It's a great time. That's about it. Other than that, some videos eventually. Syfax, what you got going on, sir?
Well, tomorrow I'll be on the critically acclaimed. No, I'm gonna be on Hold My DualShock show around. Let's see here, what time did it go? About 4:30 PST, so Pacific Standard Time. Then I'm gonna go see Companion at 7:10, and if all that works out right, I will be back sometime after 10 to be on DA stream. That's about it for tomorrow. The rest of the week, I don't know. I didn't really make many plans because on Sunday I'm going to go to Award This, which is the film threat, like it's a award show thing that they do. It's kind of a joke show, but actually a lot of cool people show up, a lot of celebrities, whatever. There's a bunch of cool people show up. There'll probably be a bunch of YouTubers there. If you guys do not know about it, go and you're in California, go check it out. It's only like $17 or something, maybe $20 tops out in Santa Ana. It's not that bad. And then once you get tickets, it's like free drinks. Go check it out. I'm also promoting them. There you go. Whatever. They don't know about that, but bring me on your show, guys. No, I'm kidding. But so that's about it for this week. I'm gonna go do that stuff. That's about it. I try to cancel a bunch of my stuff for this week so I can go do that stuff. So that's it.
Yeah. As you guys know, for me, we'll have the topics later on this week on other shows. Working on uploading all of my pre-recorded content on this channel to Rumble, getting the rest of the Cloud9 and Iron Man podcast episodes uploaded to the podcast platforms. And I'm going to upload the episodes of this show to the podcast platforms. And I'm going to work on putting out more consistent content in a shorter time frame. As far as comic book wise, Joker by Brian Azzarello, going to review that with Anna. Then we're going to end up having a comic book review on Ultimate Spider-Man, Married with Children, Volume 1. And then when DC Absolute Power drops this week coming up, me and Laps Comic Fan will review that before the DC All-In Special. We're going to review the All-In Special after that. Then we're going to start reviewing the Absolute stuff. So there's a complete plan to get a lot of more comic book content done. So I've been releasing comic book related content on my comic channel. We'll probably start putting up content on another channel very soon when I get the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Syfax and Gray, we have the show late tonight because they made the show late because they were fucking late. Damn bastards. So yeah, that's how it works. You know?
Sure, it was us. Whatever.
Maybe,
For your gay butt sex, but okay.
Maybe Brett Cooper might message me and say, "Hey, MSK, I'm divorcing my husband. I want to be with you." Maybe that might happen tonight.
Sure, I'm sure she's going to abandon the farm.
More like, hey, this is Brett Cooper. But okay.
God, you never know. Brett Cooper might come over and start licking my butthole. You never know, man. Anything's possible.
I'm sure he would.
It's very gay. It's actually just insanely gay. Maybe you might get a
You're
yeast
advocating
infection.
for it. You're advocating for it.
Yeah. As far as you guys know, I'm gonna start going back to the gym at least 3 times a week. That's where I'm starting my base at. 3 times a week, working on basic muscles, and that's it. Maybe I increase it in the future, but that's where I'm good at right now. You know? Nothing else?
Sure.
If you're late to a show with no topics, are you really late?
Whoa. Hold on. I just saw something in the chat. It says, "Why are you gay?"
That one must be for MSK.
Hey,
That must
I
be
chose
fun.
to watch Minions: The Rise of Gru over Mission Impossible 7. Well, no, it
Oh,
came out a
why?
week beforehand.
Why are you extra gay? No.
Minions is cinema.
Goddamn.
All right. Apparently there's gonna be a vampire movie with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, right?
Yep.
Good lord.
I don't think Jonathan Majors, but it's Ryan Coogler or whatever. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, she
It
does.
actually
Yeah.
doesn't look that bad. Yeah.
I'll probably do a trailer reaction on the
Like
first
the
trailer.
beginning of March
see
or
what it
something.
is.
Yeah.
I just heard the synopsis of it a long time ago. I feel like it's gonna release this year.
Sinners, April 18th.
Hell yeah. All right. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. Have a great night, everybody. See you guys.